Hello, everybody. I need to work out the cameras real quick. Whilst I do so, Josh, what are we doing today? We are indeed. Derobotized. Indeed. Cool. I sorted out the cameras. Perfect. So, I guess we should probably do like a once round as who we're playing. I realise you've been muted, Josh. Never mind. Everyone can hear you again. Huzzah. So what are we doing today, Josh? Let's start again.
Oh, have I just completely? Okay, cool. So, we are playing a game, a pirate game. It's Piratey Pirates today, and we are playing the Pirates of Coldharbour, which is going to be an epic adventure set in the realms of Dungeons and Dragons 5e. And we currently have Will, Beth, and hopefully Remley and Sydney will be. Everything will be fine there. Yeah, exploring the high seas.
Indeed. So I guess we should do a once round of who we're playing today and characters and what we look like and stuff like that. So, Beth, do you want to start?
Hi, I'm playing a lovely young lady called Nancy Locke. Yeah, she's fairly awesome. She's like wears a corset and like leather corseted trousers, and yeah, she's got long curly blondie brown hair, and she wears a pirate hat.
Nice.
Yes.
I am playing Sutcliffe Marlowe. He's a bit of a buccaneer himself. He's got long kind of dark hair. He's got some missing teeth and a tricorn as well, but it's kind of very old and matted. And he has a saber on his hip and a smile on his face. So Sydney and Rem. We'll go with Rem first because you're on the left.
Okay. Everybody, I'm playing Chip Tater Dandy. He is a very robust individual with a kind of, probably in his 50s or so, with long, gray, sort of matted hair. He's kind of down to earth. He doesn't really care for political correctness, although he does know when to speak softly when needed to. Although he's very much lawful neutral. He follows ways of the sea. Follows the captain says this, do this. And aside from that,
Sorry.
over to you, madam.
Sydney, who are you playing today? She's playing a robo, everyone. That's who she's playing.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're back.
I'm playing Grim's daughter.
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing Rem's
Yeah,
daughter.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm playing Grim's daughter. Her name's Tatum Tot Dandy, which is hilarious. And
Indeed.
she is fucking badass, even though her name.
You guys are breaking up a lot. Try just turning off your video for now and just having audio, see if that makes anything better. The Skypes are being... Okay, try saying something now.
Hey,
Hello, that sounds better.
cool. Oh yeah, so basically she doesn't really care about anybody except her dad.
Cool.
That's right.
Cool.
Indeed.
Awesome. So, Josh, I guess I will bravely let you take the reins and wish you good luck.
There's always a mistake.
Yep.
Alright. Well, we find ourselves, maybe not us, but the adventurers find themselves in, and I refrain from using the term heroes, on the continent of Yai. which is it's a large continent. It's vaguely hourglass shaped, specifically tapered in the middle, and what's known as the Dragon's Throat. And there's currently a bit of a war going on between the north and the south, being that the north is held by the rightful king, and I use rightful loosely, King Peregriff, who is the ancient descendant of many, many lines of rulers of the continent. And then for the south, there is the besieging armies of King Rubion, who has come from across the sea, and he's brought a lot of magic and stuff. He's crossed the Sea of Sorrows to conquer. He claims he's here to sort of set people free and bring magic and stuff, and magic is entirely unknown in Yai, but he's brought a lot of interesting stuff with him. And we find ourselves in a small tavern, in a small town, on a small rock, on a small planet. We find ourselves in a small tavern. With a big heart. We find ourselves in a small tavern, and it's just to the northwest, he says, completely forgetting which. Northwest. The camera sort of in my head would pan down, and there'd be this little town and the tavern that sat on top of a hill, and you can sort of see ships in the port of various degrees, specifically one that seems to dominate the others. But before we get into that, we go into this tavern, and inside we find ourselves looking down upon a table in a lot of noise and a lot of rambunctious behaviour going on. We find ourselves looking down on a table of three, two sat side by side, who the younger of the two probably looks rather fidgety and impatient, and an old man who seems to be keeping his counsel, opposite a smiling buccaneer. And Will.
So Sutcliffe has just sat himself down at the table, grins broadly at the two of you, and says, "So, you be looking for adventure then?"
Well, I guess you could say the two of us are quite the adventuring type, as long as the pay's good at the end.
Aye, well, just so happens that myself am recruiting for a captain on a ship.
Well, how well does this captain on this ship that you're recruiting for pay?
Well, plenty of booty and plunder. Mostly booty. A little bit of plunder, too.
Well, I do like booty.
Yeah.
Sorry, it happens sometimes.
We've all been there.
When does this, yeah, I've all been there. Well, you better not have been, darling. Anyways, when does this particular, boat set sail?
We set sail. Looks to GM.
You've been told by the captain you're here for no more than a day to resupply.
We leave on the morrow.
Well, it sounds like we're packing tonight.
I don't get any say in this.
Go on, darling. Speak your piece.
We would love to. I just wanted to say that.
Oh,
Well,
thank
good,
you.
good. 'Tis seen as bad luck to have a woman aboard, but I see the captain will definitely overlook one for one such as fine as yourself, milady.
Don't talk to me.
Aye, never again.
There's nothing really feminine all that much about her, so it's about the same as just having another one on board.
I noticed. Excellent. Well, what were your names again?
Well, my name is Chip Tater Dandy. You can just call me Tater. And right here next to me is my daughter. Her name is Tatum Tot Dandy. You just call her Tot. I call her Little Tot.
Don't call me Todd.
I'm fine. I'll call you Tatum.
Oh my god.
Well, excellent. I will see you on the morrow then, unless you wish to stay and drink for a bit. I know I will.
We will.
I reckon we'll
Stay and drink.
Yep. Yes, darling.
Okay.
Very good.
Well,
Another round, barkeep.
as you call in for another round, leaning with an undue amount of swagger against the tavern bar is quite a young woman. She's about 19, and she's currently leaning next to a gentleman about the same age of her, and he's wearing a long one of those coats that just screams, "I spent way too much for this coat." It's obviously in better days. It's made of very fine material, velvet collar, and he's got his heels up on the stool next to him, and he's just saying, "So, Nancy, I was just wondering, now that we're not on board and, you know, out of earshot of the others, I wanted to know what you really thought of me."
Really?
James smiles to himself and he's like, "Oh, come on now. Like, you know, the captain's not around, and I know you like to impress the captain at all times, and, you know, your crew aren't really within earshot, so I just wanted to know, was there anything you wanted to tell me?"
You're a pig-headed twat and get me another drink.
"Well, at least you let me get you another drink. I suppose that's progress, eh?" And he leans over and gets another drink. And for the pair of you, doesn't actually pay. He just pours himself, leans over, pours them out of a keg. And there's a bit of a protest. And you'd notice that the people behind the bar look incredibly nervous, especially to have the crew of such a fearsome ship
What's
in
the
their
name of our
tavern.
ship again? Just to remind me.
Name of our ship is Lance Held High.
Ah, Donga Held High, that's right.
Donga Held High, that's the one. It is indeed. So, yeah, so he helps himself to a drink and he hands you one without the slightest consideration for anyone working here. And sort of makes awkward eye contact with someone sitting. And you'd notice there's a booth in one of the corner opposite the bar. And it's quite dark. There's very few sort of scones around the table. And
Scones.
sat in the corner, yeah, scones.
Okay.
They're all just everyone's eating
How
scones,
British.
torch scones. Yes, exactly. We're in a very British land, and yeah, sat around the table is a very fuggish-looking group of blokes, and at the back, see, I've gone really British now. There's a guy sat in the middle of them, and he's wearing a very embellished hat, and very nice coat, very fine-looking gentleman. He's got curly he's got a bit of a bustle of red hair, and he's smoking what looks like a tobacco pipe, and every now and again the embers glow, and you sort of catch this man, and he's been staring at you guys all night.
See,
That man over there appears to be looking at us.
probably because we're just so darn pretty.
Can't stop.
I'm afraid I can't say that you are. I've seen worse in my time. Did I tell you about the incident with Lucille once?
I don't think I have, but it sounds quite entertaining.
It's quite a long one, perhaps for another time. Well, shall we speak to this gent, or shall we be on our way?
One of the guys sitting in the booth, he stands up, and there's a big roar of laughter from most of the people at the table that aren't glaring in contempt at everyone else in the bar, and he walks over and pushes between James and Nancy, sort of quite roughly, reaches over, grabs himself several cups or tankards and starts filling them up.
Nancy.
I know Nancy, don't I? I do know Nancy.
Yeah. So Nancy and oh god, I can't remember your ridiculous name that
Sutcliffe.
you've given me to remember. Sutcliffe, that's it. Nancy and Sutcliffe, you two know each other. You already being serving members of the crew.
I look over, I shout over. So, everything all right over there, Nancy, lass?
I think I can handle it.
You said that
she
the last time with Lucille, and we all know what happened then.
Oh, not again. She just kind of rolls her eyes and she turns to this rather large fellow next to her. And she's like, "Have you got a problem, sir?"
Yeah. He looks at you and says, "No, no problem. Just get out of my way."
I wasn't in your way. I believe it was you that pushed in here. There is plenty of room down the rest of the bar.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe you want to move. He's pretty much finished making his drinks, and he turns around, picks them up, spills some deliberately on you, you might say, and starts heading back to the crew.
I stick my foot out and trip him over.
I laugh.
I want to spit.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, there's no point in rolling for it.
I have a good old cackle.
You good. He actually loses a couple of tankards and they go skittering forward, and he whirls round, spilling what hasn't been spilt already as he spins round, drops everything, and glares at James. Actually, says,
And
"You want
before
to
he
explain
speaks,
what you just did?"
and Nancy was just like, "Sorry, were we in your way?"
He gives you a very unfriendly smile, takes a step towards you. James actually steps in between you two and says, sort of puffs his chest out. He's about maybe 1.5 foot shorter than this man, and probably weighs about a quarter of this guy's bulk. And he says, Now listen, we don't want any trouble. We're just, maybe you should. You know what? I'll buy you another round. It's really no bother. And he's put a hand out behind him, a cautioning hand, sort of. You recognise this gesture as a Nancy, please no.
Not again. Oh, Mythmatic has donated £1.
Oh,
He wishes to name a dude Mr. Matic. Redressing
Mr. Matic, I like that.
Thank you, sir.
Nancy sees James's pleading gesture and just kind of laughs to herself and turns back to the bar and asks the barkeep to get another round of drinks for the lovely gentleman.
Myth also says, "I will be in this game no matter what."
We will, Myth. I will absolutely get you in, and you can. I'll find a particularly evil part for you to play to screw everyone over. So the man sort of says, "You might want to add a couple onto that as
Compensation?
Shut up."
Compound interest.
James
She's
James
still.
is just like, absolutely. We'll get that done. No problem at all.
It's like she says it. She doesn't even look at him. She's still looking over the bar and just kind of chuckles to herself.
I look at.
And yeah,
We'll
so
figure it out.
James gets the round in along with a couple of others, and he actually pays for this round with a shaky hand and hands them back over. And the man takes them, heads back. He also takes your drinks and heads back.
No, I believe you owe me a drink, James, don't you?
James smiles at you and then says, "We might want to get those drinks to go."
Don't mind them. They won't do anything.
Well, no, but
Are they
might.
Sorry, Josh.
Are
Are
they?
they
No,
crew
go
on
on.
our ship, or...
No, these are not crew on yours.
Okay.
There are crew from your
Okay.
ship. They are around, sort of scattered. There's a couple of Nancy boys there.
Nancy boys.
Nancy boys.
I will send
So
you the
they're
name
there.
of a couple of my boys. I did.
They're
I
boys.
did think of them. I just forgot to send them to
Okay,
you.
cool. That's fine. Yeah, just send it to me on Facebook. So yeah, there are a couple of sort of raiders who are pretty fearsome fighters amongst your crew. There are also a couple of regular crew. There's actually quite a few. There's probably in total about 40 of you in here, but most we're talking sort of cooks and just salesmen. So salesmen, they're all salesmen. they're all just there to ply their trade and leave. Yeah, so there are just a couple of sailors and stuff.
Cool. Do I see a bar fight in the near future? I hope so.
You may entirely see a bar fight.
And thank you, Valcaton, for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You haven't followed
So
yet?
yeah, James.
Please do.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that's okay. So, James, James was saying, he says, yeah, you might want to get those drinks to go, because, well, if they weren't in a bad mood now, they're probably going to be a bad mood in about 5, 4, 3. He doesn't make it to 1. The man sort of takes a sip of his drink. You see it at the booth and spits it all over the table, and. You can't make out what they're complaining about, but they all look at their drinks and then look over towards James, who gives you, like, the meekest of smiles and say, I may have put something in their drinks.
James.
Well, you know, I was just trying to stand up for you, and, you know, as we're in a
said
loving relationship...
No fights tonight. Lovely relationship.
Well, you know, I look out for you, you look out for me, you watch my back when I... piss them off, and he's essentially looks like he's trying to climb over the bar to hide.
She grabs him by the scruff of his neck, and just he's not moving. He's not hiding.
Complains. He's he tries to struggle free, and he doesn't make it very far.
Yeah, she kind of pulls him round and pushes him towards the guys and says, "Your mess, you sort it out." But she kind of clicks her fingers and waves to a couple of the other raiders that are in there, just to get their attention, and they
summon raiders.
Yes.
Yes.
Somatic.
Yeah, indeed. A couple of them come over. They look more amused than anything else. And James is just sort of staggering towards them, like, now, gentlemen, let's not get out of hand, and you know. I'll buy you another round of drinks. I'll buy you 2 more and he gets about halfway through sort of trying to explain it, and someone straight punches him clean in the jaw and points at you, Nancy, and says, "It was her. Get her!" And that's it. Everyone
Here we
just
go,
rushes
lads.
at you. So everyone roll me initiative.
Here we go.
It's a pirate tavern. There will be a brawl, damn it. I'll make sure of it.
There's one thing. Okay, my dex.
Like, poi.
I will figure out
Spare
what
cat and
initiative
nine
is
tails.
when we don't have tokens.
I
eventually.
rolled a nat 1.
You rolled in that one.
Yep.
Okay.
I will start how I intend to continue tonight.
Good. I like it. So yeah, you
1d20 plus what?
Plus your dex mod. So for you guys who are new to Roll20, you go /roll 1d20
22.
plus your dex mod, which is
22. Okay.
24 or something.
Let me just roll for these guys.
I can't just click the initiative button on the
You
character sheet?
can,
Only
but I
when
think you
you've
need
got
a token.
Tokens.
Oh,
Yeah, it's odd like that. It's meant for like when you actually have a map and you have a token and stuff.
so it was roll 1d20.
Plus your dex mod.
Okay, plus initiative will be 4.
Irving Wolfen's very happy about the bar fight. No pirate tale is complete without one.
So it's / roll 1d20.
Yep.
Plus your dex modifier.
It's 4. Okay, it's saying unrecognized command / roll 1d20 plus 4.
You have to put a space after roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
No worries, we've all been through this.
That's all right.
Ninja Smurf
I still
says,
do it.
"Can Nancy grab a stray wooden leg and use it to defend herself?"
Okay, I got an 8.
I've got more than
it's
a
up to
wooden
her.
leg to defend myself, Dad. It's fine.
That's
the wooden
the
leg.
most horrible. Yeah.
I have a sword on my hip. I don't need a wooden leg.
Mm.
That's what I said
That's plus 3.
right before they arrested me.
Okay, and Sydney got 22.
22. Wow.
3 of us got 22.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoever has
Unfortunately,
fastest
right. Sydney, and me. Hold on, Beth. What's your thingy mod?
3. Same as
3.
Sydney's.
Okay.
That's my little girl.
Well, you two decide between you who's going first. Whoever's got highest dex, I'd say.
Beth, you
Yeah.
You go. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Cool. So before you actually get to go, it's first thing that happens is Sutcliffe. You are surprised, but it all kicks off. Everyone throws stuff up in the air,
it's quite happy.
and there's a lot of and your foot where you've been leaning back on your chair, you just fall backwards off your chair.
I want to shout out, Mr. Magic, I require your assistance. And I look behind me to my pirate friend.
Your pirate friend, cool. He's quite a
better.
big bloke actually. Yeah.
He's got a bow tie
Mr.
on.
Matic is, yeah, he's got a bow tie on. He's about 7 foot tall,
Nice.
very ripped.
Hey,
So you fall backwards off your chair. It all kicks off, and you basically see in the booth, it's kind of they're all drunk and they've all just spat over each other. So that half of them are trying to, mainly the people nearest the edge, are trying to like wipe themselves down. Obviously, not getting the urgency of the situation. Everyone's trying to like bundle their way out. But the captain, who you'd assume is the captain, because I just told you he's the captain, stands up and just walks straight across the table towards you, and he's going to come directly at you, Nancy.
Of course he is.
He's going to swing a punch.
And I am going to use my awesome actiony thingy that I cannot remember the name of to dodge.
You're not a rogue, are you, Beth?
Yes, I am.
So am I.
Totally possible. There are two
My
rogues.
face.
We have 2 rogues, a monk and a barbarian. Should be interesting. So
Yeah, I'm going to use my cunning action to dash out the way.
cool. Well, does a 15 hit your? Does that automatically mean you evade, or do you need to take?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, a 15, does that hit your armor?
It is my armor class.
Mine's a 15.
Cool. In which case, take.
I dashed out the way.
Right. So you have actually.
I've moved. He misses.
You would have taken.
I would have taken it.
You'll have
Okay, well,
taken
he's
no
missed.
damage. So yeah. So okay. Right. So. He swings at you. It's a very, very close miss, but he sort of actually ends up sort of sprawled across the bar in the tavern. James sort of pulls himself up, laughs at this guy, and then turns around and realizes that the original attacker is sort of looming over him, and that's about all you see before he goes for another attack at you. But it is now your turn, so what do you do?
Josh,
What
Forever
was
Player says that you're doing really well, but then again, he is biased, so.
Yeah, forever player is Bay. Is
Oh,
entirely
yeah.
Bay and will always be Bay.
How close is he to me?
He's basically next to you. He's about a meter to your right, and he's sprawled over the bar.
Awesome. In that case, I'm going to pull my cutlass. I'm going to draw my cutlass and just kind of place it against his neck/throat, depending on which way he's fallen.
He's face down, but he sort of as he
Okay,
pulls
back of
himself
his
up,
neck then.
he has a neck. Here's a neck indeed, and there is a cutlass against it. Roll me an intimidation.
How much do you like your neck? Not too much. It's not too scary.
Intimidation. 6.
Yeah, he
He doesn't like his neck at all.
Yeah, he hates
Take
his
it,
neck.
take
he
it,
runs.
please.
He runs straight into the blade and dies. No, he actually manages to slap the blade sort of palm flat against the flat of the blade. He slaps it out of the way. He's clearly in a very sort of "don't point that thing at me" sort of way, and he doesn't seem remotely intimidated. And he starts coming at you. And as he does, he draws his cutlass. You
Can
going
we
to
have
attack?
a really
or-
awesome... Yes, I am going to attack with me cutlass.
With me cutlass. I'm going to attack with me cutlass.
For an 18.
Yeah, you hit him. You hit him.
Damn.
Yeah.
5 slashing damage.
Cool. You want to do your second attack?
And yes, I shall do that again.
Do it now.
For a 10.
Nice.
Okay, so the first one hits. So how do you catch this guy?
Basically, as he pushes it away, I just kind of spin round with the momentum of it and bring it down across his chest.
You do indeed. He had a bit of a beard actually, and you've just trimmed
I've trimmed
it
the beard.
nicely. And you've a couple of his buttons fly off, and he's left with his shirt a little bit open, and he looks down, smiles, and then a slight red starts to seep in, and his smile vanishes. He draws his cutlass, growls, and says, "That be a mistake, lassie." And he comes at you, leading it
Awesome.
to Sydney. It is your go. So, what is Tot doing?
Oh my god. Okay.
The pressure.
I feel like I've been watching this entire time, and I'm just really itching to stab someone, so I'm going to go up to this guy and stab him in the face.
Which guy? The guy that's just attacked
Guy.
Nancy, or?
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
Go for it. So, roll me an attack. What are you using? What weapons do you have?
I'm gonna use a dagger.
Maybe a short sword does
Or a
more.
short sword, is what I meant to say.
Go for the short sword.
Do I just click it?
I didn't put all your like monk shit into
Find
your
out.
character sheet. I just put a bunch of monk shit. So if you want to use that,
Yeah.
look in your PHP, because
Okay.
God bless.
Fair enough.
God bless America.
God bless.
God bless.
Right,
God bless the
What's that?
sea.
Indeed.
Sea turtles.
Sea turtles, me. Anyway, thank you everyone in chat, by the way, for turning up tonight, and thank you for don't stab Josh. It
This
is
compromise
true. I
only
am
stab
everyone.
Josh and look.
Yeah.
Hey, super bright shiny stuff. I have no idea how to play this game, so I'm going to say summon a Shivard. Awesome. If you guys haven't followed yet, please do. Hit that follow button down here. Join
I
the
think that's
adventure.
Charizard, mate.
Yeah, I think that's Charizard will. And summon, not Dummon.
Damn.
Yeah, hi.
I
It's
think
okay.
he thinks we might possibly be playing Pokemon.
I feel like it's entirely.
quite possible.
I might summon Charizard. We do have a player decision potentially coming up at how many?
4:50
How many are we
is-
off?
13 followers. Do that.
13. So the next 13 people, once we've got 13 people, we'll do a little straw poll here in chat, and you guys will get to decide something that happens. Could be anything. It's all comes from suggestions that you guys have, and we'll take maybe the 4 or 5 top ones, and you will vote on them, and we'll see what happens. We've had some interesting ones in the
I believe
in the
Gandalf
past.
turned up last time, didn't
Thank you, not
We
an
did
enema for
have
following.
Gandalf.
This is not an enema.
Thank you very much. This is oh god.
This is not an enema.
No, it's not indeed. Oh, is Sydney still there?
Yes.
Yo.
Yes, cool.
I like how Rem answered. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so with the
Yeah.
rolling attacks, do I click the attack button or do I have to do the command? Or does she have to do the command?
No, you should be able to roll the attack button.
he? Yeah, it does work.
Well, not roll the button, click the button. Roll the
It's
dice.
saying syntax error.
Oh dear, let me have a quick look at your character sheet. What has Will done?
Has your crit damage been put in? Because
Thank
that's
you.
the issue I had earlier.
Super
Oh.
bright shiny stuff for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Gentleman and a scholar.
Hasn't. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me just
Be
sort that.
times 2 or 2d6 or yeah. Help us, dungeon master. Help us.
There you go.
You're our only hope.
God bless.
There you are. So that's Sydney. You got a 23. Do you want to go for 2 attacks?
Yeah, you can make another attack.
Yes.
Cool. Let me just edit this other quick bit. This is shoddy work, William. Shoddy
I had
work.
limited time.
I think she needs an unarmed strike
And,
in there as well.
and 2 characters to create.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know unarmed strike, William.
That's
But anyway,
1d6.
right. So we're going for short sword and another short sword attack.
Yeah.
Cool, 2 short swords. So you do better than Nancy does. I think he's sort of focused here on Nancy. So you catch him off guard. How do you attack this rambunctious man.
Okay, I'm gonna run up behind him and stab one, like, through his face, like, through one cheek and out the other. Hopefully, if that works. And then
Okay.
do the other one, like in his side, like, just under the rib cage.
I like how Sydney. Yeah, Sydney.
I like how
doesn't go
excited
for
she
the-
sounds.
Yeah, Sydney doesn't go for like the half-assed attack. She's like, I'm going to stab him in the face and in the ribs, really violently. So you actually stab him. Your blade, he dodges at the last second, but you slice his cheek open, like right down to the mouth. It's pretty gruesome. And as you draw out, he swipes at you. You dodge under it, and you jab him in the ribs. You actually feel some kind of armor under there, but you pierce it a little bit, and he staggers backwards, swiping wildly at you to hold you at bay. But you can tell this guy's quite injured. I do believe next it's Tater's turn.
All right. So I just saw my daughter just take off from the table, run up, start fighting a guy. Tater's going to do that sort of eye roll.
Yeah.
Grab
Like,
his.
not again.
Kids. What are they like? Always stabbing people in the bar.
You take after your mother.
Quintus has said she sounds too excited. It sounds a bit like a serial killer might get before a kill. Should I be worried? It's about Sydney.
Yes.
Yes, you should be worried.
Yes, you should be worried. You
Be
know my
very,
makeup.
very afraid.
Right, and so Tater's going to just kind of stand up. He's not going to rage or anything. This is just another one of those days for him. He kind of goes up to the guy that his daughter went to town on. He's going to take out his maul and just raise it, bring it down the guy, see what happens.
Cool. This guy's got mobbed. So the rest of his crew are trying to make their way towards you, but you're definitely in front of them, and you go for a wow. That's your lowest damage, 7. That's nice. So yeah, you hit him on a 16.
I get another.
Where do you hit him?
What's that?
You do indeed. Okay. Get another attack. But where do you hit him the first time?
Or do I have to be raging to get that extra attack? Because I'm not raging.
No. Once you're level 5, you get an extra attack.
Okay, nice. So I'm gonna swing that first one around, clobber him up in the ribs, bring the next attack around on the back swing, and just try to catch him on the back. For that.
Cool. Yeah, you flatten this guy. It's pretty intense. He takes the first one to the ribs. He's sort of managing to sort of sidestep, but it clips him and he spins round, and then you hit him, and he actually ends up sort of on the bar, laying face down. And as he tries to get up again, you bring the second attack down, and it hits him square in the small of the back, and he doesn't move. He's still breathing, but he drops his weapon, and he just lets out a long groan.
I'm going to shout out,
at this point,
Oh, mashed taters.
at this point, the James comes flying towards you, literally flying. He's sideways. He's essentially laying down in the air, being propelled backwards at some speed, and he bundles in. Nancy, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
This guy just keeps getting.
Is he
bent over
gonna
the-
knock me over by any chance?
Careful.
He might be.
It's like
10.
Pirate Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, he knocks you over. He lands sort of slams into your hips, and you land on top of him.
I'm just like,
I don't know why I laughed.
fuck it.
He-
Pushes
He's like-
him off. Pushes him off and just like.
you're
tries to
on top
stand.
of him. You're on top of him, and he's
I'm
just
like,
like,
hang on, how does that work if he got thrown into me?
My face went.
because he's hit you, landed on the floor, and you've fallen down on top of him.
Okay, I call him a fuckwit and pull him up, and just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? And push him over again.
Cool. He stands up. He looks very dazed. He winks at you. You push him over. He tries to bring you down with him, getting completely the wrong. He thinks something else is going on here. He tries to pull you down on top of him. At that point, roll me a. Everyone, roll me a quick perception check.
Okay. Skills, perception.
Indeed.
I got
16.
a 5.
5. 16. Yeah. Okay. Have you got one for Sydney?
Boy says, I also noticed what started with a fist has been escalated to murderous stabbing by the
Working
players
on it.
with no reason.
It was genuinely like the rules of a bar fight should surely be, you know, getting a punch up, but Nancy decided cutlass,
Stab this
and now
man
it's
through
now
the
it's.
cheeks.
All he tried to do was punch her, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll just stab him violently." So
Which cheeks?
22. Okay, so Sutcliffe, Chip, and Tot, you all noticed. Is it Chip or Tater? What do you prefer?
Folks who know me call me Tater, but if I'm in a more congenial kind of place, they call me.
Fair enough.
Chip.
Okay, so Tater and Tot, you two, as well as actually Sutcliffe, see the rest of the guys who were trying to get out the booth. They basically trampled the two who were on the ends. You know, there's always two on the ends, and you need the bathroom, and everyone's like, oh, trying to get past them. They get trampled, and about 6 guys come running at you. For argument's sake, I'm going to say that two come towards. Yeah, 2 come towards Nancy. So you'll take. Let me just see. Yeah, they completely miss you entirely. They go to hit you, but it's actually what's happened is James has managed to drag you down on top of him again, rather inappropriately. But you actually dodged 2 attacks from men who were wielding daggers, and the rest, all of them, come from Let me just roll this. They all come for you, Tater, after you've just annihilated their captain. And they are going to... What's your armor rating, mate?
My armor rating is 14.
Cool, so 2 of them get an attacking because they've got a +2 on top of that d20. And yeah, they come in. They're going to use short swords, so and they're going to they slash at you. It's probably not too much for a man of your stature, but yeah, they give you a nice stabbing. How is that for you? Do you enjoy it?
Sydney's tinkering with d20.
You take 9 damage.
Well, it does tickle a little bit, but I think I can tickle them harder.
I like your enthusiasm. Okay, so top of the round, it is the captain's go, and the captain, he tries to get up, slips on the bar, falls behind the bar, and you hear a sickening crunch, and very little else. And then it's Nancy's go. Nancy, you're being bum rushed by an increasing number of guys, and a couple of your guys have just wailed in. I'm just gonna roll a couple,
or is this not
just to
my
see
turn
you.
yet? I don't know.
Oh God, yes. No, I completely forgot you were on the floor, weren't you?
I am.
In fact, I'm gonna say because you rolled a nat 1, I'm gonna say you take just take 3 damage for being trampled by a horde of very pissed off pirates all running towards you.
Not the donger.
Most of them haven't noticed you down there. You just right on the donger. One step solely on your donger, and that's 3 damage.
I get up, dust myself down, and call again for Mr. Matic. Where are you? I look around for my piratical friend.
A huge lumbering man comes over, and he just says, "Yeah."
Well, let's get stuck in, and I turn around, draw my cutlass, and start wading into the nearest.
He pushes you out the way and wields in. He's not armed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not armored. He just wields
He's
in
entirely
and he
naked,
punches.
in fact.
Yeah, he's essentially he's just
I
wearing.
told you about this, Matic.
He's wearing breeches and that's it. And he walks in and he is quite a nasty character actually. Oh, yeah. He walks in, grabs two of these pirates who are attacking you.
Enemy, Dom.
Yeah, indeed. And he froze them. Not particularly well, but he throws them into a wall behind the bar. Like, literally just picks them both up in giant, meaty hands and says, "No!" and just throws them over at the bar. One of the bar maidens is knocked flying by these two blokes who have no idea what's going on. They've just realised they can fly suddenly, and they impact the wall. And he's getting attacked, but he's wading in. He doesn't seem remotely bothered.
I go in and start seeing as people are starting to stab everyone else. I draw my cutlass and go and stab a man with my sword.
Cool. Roll me an attack. Roll me 2 attacks if you want. Roll whatever you want, Will. I don't care.
Just roll something. God damn it.
Roll something, damn it.
Oh, I need to.
Oh dear. Is it all
I need to
going
do
wrong?
my crit damage. What is my crit damage? I need to work this out. I'll just put in 1 for now. See if that works. Here we go. Okay, so 18 for 10 damage.
Yeah. You how do you attack this guy? He's one of the guys who's trying to wail on Tater.
I hate whales, I say, and then
You harpoon him in the back.
Yes.
Just didn't see it coming.
I just go for a slash across the chest.
Cool. He's got his back to you, so you slash him across the shoulders. He lets out a squeal, quite a feminine squeal. It's quite embarrassing, actually. Some of the other people in the bar who aren't in the fight just laugh openly at him, and he turns around. Do you continue to attack this man, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, if he's still staying.
I
really hate whales. And the country and the place. So
yeah, you murdered this man. How do you murder this man? The first confirmed death
and the animal
from the person who rolled a nat 1.
First blood, boys. I get a bit carried away with myself as I'm talking about how much I hate whales, and accidentally kind of cut his throat.
The bloodlust comes over you.
Well, that's that. On to the next, boys. And I turn around and punch someone, or get punched in the face, probably.
Yeah, cool. You turn round. Someone goes to punch you. You punch him in the face with the pommel of your sword. It's all a bit anarchic at the moment. No one really knows what's going on. Nancy, what are you up to?
Well, she was all up for putting her sword away and getting all the fists out and stuff, but everyone else seems to have got theirs out, so she's just like, fuck it.
Escalated very quick.
You are now once again lying on top of James. He's dragged you down on top of him, and there are 2 guards who are...
I'm gonna punch James in the face as a bonus action if you're gonna let me.
You punch James in the face.
We all wanted to do that before.
He looks just as dazed and just as attracted to you as ever.
Joys. And then she kind of pushes herself up, and there's a guy running towards her, and she just kind of attacks him with her cutlass.
Cool. You don't have to. If you want to put your sword away and just punch people, I'll absolutely allow that.
9. And then I'm going to do it again because I missed.
Cool. You entirely miss. You swing
20.
You swing a little too fast, and then you swing again, and he's within range this time.
If I was just showing off and just doing
Yeah,
finessey stuff.
you swing over his head. You try and bring it round very coolly. You fumble a little bit. It doesn't really go off particularly well. You stab him the second time, or you like slash across his arm, but he barely seems to notice it, and he's going to come at you, and as just a quick retaliation for that, he misses you entirely.
Awesome. I just kind of like dance out the way. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
No.
You accidentally step on James as you do, but
I don't care.
Right on the donger.
Yeah, right on the donger. You do,
I
in
really
fact.
don't
You
care.
step on his donger, and he lets out a wincing sound. Give me so Sydney, what's going on with Tot?
We've just dropped them. They're joining back in now.
Oh dear, Tot is not doing well. It's all just totting it all up, and oh dear.
Well,
Many a joke.
Do you want to go to someone else's turn?
Yeah, cool. So actually, James, after you stand on him, you bring him around. He sort of realizes the seriousness of the situation, and you see him sort of crawl between people's legs as they're all fighting. He sort of vanishes into the brawl, and over in the distance, you yay far, oh yonder, you see on the other side of the tavern the door open and a familiar figure vanish through the door.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And she calls over to one of the guys that's close to the door. It's like, Tom, go get him.
Cool. Tom's just like, I'd be a little busy right now, and he gets punched in the face, laughs heartedly as this guy realizes he's punched the wrong guy, and Tom just headbutts him repeatedly until the guy loses consciousness, and then says, looks up, he's got blood all over his face, but you can't tell whose it is, and he just says, who am I supposed to be going to get?
James, who do you think? And she just kind of punches a guy that's walking up to her.
He scarpers out the door.
Awesome.
Hello there.
Back.
They are back indeed.
The Americans
Are they back? Are they back? We are back. Hello. Welcome.
Sid?
Yeah,
Remley?
hello.
Yeah, you guys there. Cool.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
we
are.
died.
No worries.
That's alright.
She said.
You did die, in fact. I killed you
She
while
said
you
it's never.
were disconnected.
So it's your turn, wasn't it? Is their turn?
Yeah.
Someone's turn.
Yeah, so it's Sydney's go. Sydney? Yay?
Ripney.
Nay? Ripney. Ripney indeed. Okay, we'll come back to
Oh, she's
Sydney
there.
in,
Hello.
Oh, she is?
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
how's it going?
You sound confused. Do you know where you are?
It's going great. How's it going?
Okay, that's not what I asked, but okay.
It's,
Yeah, a little bit. What?
It's your turn.
It is your turn.
Oh.
Yeah, afraid so.
Okay. What happened when we died?
I killed-
Okay, so while you
We were gone.
you were all killed. You are
Reroll
Yeah.
for new characters.
reroll new characters. I killed you all. I said I'd do it. So sorry about that. Will has just killed the first. We've had our first confirmed death. Will slit a man's throat,
Well, boys.
and indeed, it wasn't anyone important. Just one of the pirates who was attacking you. In fact, it was actually the first man to land a blow on James. He's dead. He's rip. And
Why did you have to kill that one?
because I
Seems
say
rather
he did. So he's now gurgling dead on the floor. The captain is he's collapsed behind the bar, as well as two other people who have been thrown by a monstrous man who may or may not be called Mr. Matic. And apart from that, James, the guy who put whatever it was in their drinks, has actually just scarpered for everyone's legs, run off, and Nancy sent someone after him.
Okay, I got most of that, sort of.
Okay. What are you doing then?
I'm just send me up to somebody and let me punch someone in the face because I'm so lost.
Basically, it's just complete
It's a bar
anarchy
fight.
in a bar fight. So yeah, that's what we're going for here. So yeah, are you going to punch someone?
Whoever's closest to me, I'm going to punch them in the face. I don't care who it is.
I back away.
I like it. So okay, roll me a armed strike. You don't have. Let me just quickly add that in. I'll just roll you for you. You're a bit of a tough cookie, so we're gonna put that there. Yeah, I'm gonna roll that for you, and we'll see how you do. Yeah, that's a nat one. You unfortunately punch your father.
Oh, I'm used to it.
Yeah, it's. I wasn't really. People weren't really supposed to be taking much damage in this. It was supposed to be a amicable sort of fight, really. But you take 9 damage.
Okay. But I do have damage resistance daughter, don't I?
You know what? I'd love to give that to you. I really would.
Okay, I take it.
Yeah, and it's an honest mistake. You got to swing at the a man running at your father.
Yeah.
He ducks at the last minute. You sail over the top and land a nice tidy blow against the back of his head.
Dad.
Full-on robots, guys. You have become robots.
Full-on robots.
Your mom was the same.
All I got from that was your mum was the same, but I like it.
Cindy and I are going to move this laptop closer to the router and see
Yeah,
what happens.
I think that might help.
You grab Mike.
Oh,
I'll
Mike.
grab the laptop.
Okay, so whose turn? Well, there's
Rope. Yeah, so that would unfortunately take it to Tater's turn. We'll I'm gonna bring it round to Mr. Matic, who is currently just wailing into people. He takes a couple of hits. It doesn't seem to bother him in the slightest. He's a bit of a beast, this guy there. Mostly people are actually bottling him. He is going to. Yeah, he picks up another guy and throws him into a group, and they all scatter like Skittles. And someone bottles him. He goes down on one knee, but he looks okay. What are you doing, William Sutcliffe?
people are still fighting, aren't they?
Yeah, people are still fighting. Most actually, it's you've seen a couple of people, like Tom ran outside. That's one of Nancy's boys ran outside, and actually the fight seems to have spilled outside a little bit.
Come on, lads! And I grab some of the boys and start going outside to see what's going on out there.
Cool.
I've got some vague
It's,
semblance that I need to be looking after the crew, making sure not too many of them die.
Yeah, it would be good if we actually had a crew at the end of this. This would be fantastic. So you come outside. You find Tom has James pinned by his throat against a tree, and literally as a man runs up to him, Tom, one-handed with his offhand, draws a flintlock and shoots this man square in the face and kills him outright. And that pretty much summarises what's going on outside. There's people are punching, fighting, and Tom's over there doing his thing, yelling at James. There's a couple of boys. We're going to say there's about 4 pirates out here at the moment, and a couple of people who are outside drinking and have just said, "Hey, look, a fight! Yeah, I'm in for that," and just punched whoever they thought deserved it.
Cool. I turn to a group of them next to me, who are just standing there. They just come like are we about to get in a fight, and I don't recognise any of them. And then I just start attacking them.
So you're like, Rachel, I haven't seen you. Oh yeah.
And then we charge in, and
You do. It's actually you recognise a couple of these people. One, their ringleader is a girl you used to trade spices with. Her name's
I did.
Tara,
I used to trade spices with her.
and yeah, she sort of seems surprised to see you. Do you just attack her outright? Like
Vengeance.
catch her off guard? Yeah. Go for it. Just roll me a dice.
It's
You
11.
you miss. She's actually just
God damn.
fallen backwards in shock.
All those spices
You've
I
still got
gave
another
you,
attack.
lass. Did
Still
the
got another
spices mean
attack.
anything? No. That one.
Yeah, you're so. I mean, it's a bit overwhelming to see her. So the first strike misses, and then she gives you this look, and you don't even make the second attack. You're just like, she catches you off guard, and all those feelings
My
rekindle
heart,
suddenly.
no.
Your heart explodes
My old
inside
heart.
your chest. You know what? She's gonna attack back as well. Does a 16 hit your armor?
I believe it's 15, so yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Let me check. Yes, 15.
Yeah, she puts you on your ass. She punches you square in the nose, and you fall backwards into the mud. It ruins your clothes.
I constantly
But
fall.
she doesn't follow it up with another attack. She just laughs and leaves.
I face when.
Your entire face is bleeding when. Sydney, Remley, how are we doing?
How do we sound?
Much better.
Much better.
Okay, we're about
Definitely better.
15 feet closer to the router.
We migrated.
Awesome, loving it. Remley, it is your turn.
All right. So, how many angry folks are surrounding me right now? Preferably ones that are angry at me.
Oh, I was going to say, that's the entire tavern. So there's probably about 6 of the crew left standing. The captain is KO, so a couple of them have actually just said, "Scarper this," or "Bugger this," and "Scarper," more importantly.
Okay, I'm going to sigh as if, here we go again. I'm going to use one of my rages.
Cool.
So I'm going to take... Hang on, let me get rid of Sydney's... Let's see, pull up mine. Take my maul, look for the closest looking fellow, raise it above my head, and just play whack-a-mole on him real quick like.
Cool.
So I'm going to use
give me
whatever
the
the
first
damage
hit.
is, add 2 to it for rage.
Cool. Wow. Yeah. You the first guy. How do you obliterate this man?
I say I have a wonderful memory of a time where I just saw a watermelon blow up, and have word deja vu for it as I bring them all down upon his head. Watch the scatters and the splatters, and then I bring them all up again for a second to go.
Yeah. The other 5 just shit their britches and ran. They roll me another attack, see if you clip any of them on the way out. But they are you've just entirely annihilated this man, and there's not a lot left, and they've just lost all their guts.
Well, I'm going to try to get me a second catch.
Oh my god! Yeah. Okay. So the second guy, he tries to run. How do you finish him?
I just like that fella in that movie called Thor. I just kind of twirl that little old maul around it. And it
This
clobbers
man,
me back, and he ceases to exist.
Yeah, his arms shoot off in opposite directions. No, this guy just crumples in a heap on the floor. The guys running with him double their speed. They use dash. They're shitting themselves. They run outside. Actually, Sutcliffe, you see 4 very scared, very wet-panted men run past, looking absolutely terrified, screaming gibberish. Yes, and you sort of hear roars from inside from Tater. Tater rage.
He'll do fine.
And yeah, roll me a perception, Sutcliffe.
Okay. You know what? I will, Josh. Feeling
Do it.
generous.
Do it now, I command you.
Do it now. 18.
Cool. So you actually noticed that as these guys run out, there's a lot of guys running in the opposite direction, running towards you, and you recognise quite a few of these men. They're all pretty heavily armoured, and at first you're sort of like, oh shit, and then you realise these are actually men from your ship. Specifically, these guys serve under the captain as his personal guard. They're not all there. There's usually 10 of them. There's only 5 of them now, but they come running up, and they come with 2 familiar faces who are both equally unattractive, equally monstrously large. For those of you who join in for solace, imagine Grog, but times him by 2.
Hello, everybody.
No. Yeah, that's what is essentially coming along, and
The captain says
One
I
of
have to
them-
kill some people now.
yeah, one of them stops by you, as does the other, and he looks down. You'd recognise this to be Felix with his brother Gottrick just behind him, and Felix looks down on you and sort of says, "Are you okay down there?" I'm doing grog
It's
voice.
grog.
It is grog. Are you okay down there?
Quite okay, I say,
Do you
"Arr."
mimic him back? You accidentally mock him.
Say, "Our lad, we're doing just fine. If you want to get into a bit of a brawl tonight, I'll be the captain."
Felix pauses to turn round, and you notice he's carrying a monstrously large gun in his hand. It's a blunderbuss.
Felix,
And,
you have a rather large gun, my friend.
he does indeed. He
Don't mind
grasps
saying.
it firmly in your face. No, and one of the guys running towards you, he sort of says, "Excuse me 1 second," and he fires, and this man ceases to exist. He just explodes in a fine red mist and
He's
body
carrying
parts.
a cannon.
Yeah, he's essentially carrying a cannon. It's a swivel gun. It's a 3-tonner. He loves it. Yeah. And Felix's brother Gottrick, the ever-silent Gottrick, turns round and crushes a man with his fist.
Can I write a poem about your death, Gottrick?
Do it. And then publish it. Yeah, so he says, "Are you okay down there? Do you need a help up?"
I could do a hand, lad. Not with that massive gun of yours, if you don't mind, though.
Cool. He grabs you by your face and lifts you to your feet. It's almost like what you'd expect, like a small child who didn't know any better to sort of pick up a pet.
Mm-hmm.
He just lifts you to your feet.
Thank you, lad. Now, onwards. Is the captain about?
Here.
Or still on ship?
He says, "Oh no, the captain said that oh yeah, no, he said captain said I was in charge."
Oh dear
No, he
gods.
didn't. I'm joking. That would be a terrible idea. No, the captain sent some of the guards down here because we're under attack.
All right, yes, we're under... Oh wait, the ship's under attack.
Yeah, the navy's turned up, and
right,
some of those
Of course it has.
what do you call those? You know, those lovely
Gigantic cannons
guys
that shoot
with
us out the sky.
Yeah, those ones, and some private people of tiers. They come in tiers, and they're private, and they've turned up, and they're going to kill us all.
Right, so you thought best to turn up here? Rather
No,
than defend the ship.
I thought to myself, I'm going to eat something, but the
Right.
captain said I had to come and get you all.
Well, I am the chef, so you've come to the right place, lad. Lads, we're going aboard the ship.
Cool.
all
There's a lot of like everyone's sort of dragging the fight outside. It's already people are starting to clear up outside. There's someone literally trying to mop, and her mop just keeps hitting this pirate captain's face because he's just collapsed on the floor, and she's just mopping round him. Nancy, Tater, and
Dirty
Tot
boy.
and Ortot, you find 5 heavily armoured men run into the room. Nancy, you'd recognise these guys to be the captain's guard. They're all wearing heavy armour and wielding a variety of nasty weapons.
She's just kind of like, "Oh dear," and she shouts over. It's like, "What are you guys doing down here?"
We're all going to go on the ship because the Navy's here.
That's right. The Navy turned up. While you're all fucking around in the tavern, some of us have got actual jobs to do, so if you don't mind...
Let's carry on fucking about. Oh, right, no, back to the ship.
Someone
And she's
cuffs
just
you.
like, "Hang on,
It's only light, but he cuffs you.
we're under attack."
Yeah, sweet cheeks, didn't you catch that? And he just
She kind of
shakes his head.
scowls at him and legs it.
Cool. They you run past them. One of them tries to catch you and just oh shit, and they sort of come clambering after you. So you guys heading back to the ship? What's going on? They completely disregard Tater and Tot.
I guess I'd probably shout at them because I could see Tater like mauling through the crowd. I'm like, no shipmates. We need to go back to the ship now. So, come on.
Thank God.
Put that man
we
down.
did sign a contract, so I'm going to run over and grab the... How does the hat on this knocked out captain look? Is it a very fine looking hat?
It is a very fine looking hat. It's got lovely plumage.
I'm going to take the hat, swap it with mine,
and now I'm ready to go.
Your head
You
looks
hear
like-
the woman who's mopping right next to it is just like, oh, bloody hell, I'm just going to take that later for my husband. Oh, sorry, bastard. Okay. But she doesn't actually say anything to you.
I look at Tot. All right, little Tot. Ready to earn her first paycheck?
That hat makes me realize why Mom left you.
Sick burn.
The reason she left me is because I only had enough gold for 1 hour. Now here, let's go.
Sydney, take 5 burn damage.
What do I do?
I
Roasted.
get it for my old hat.
anyway, yeah. So you guys headed back to the ship.
But yeah, as Nancy runs past James and Tom, she just kind of grabs them both and she carries on running.
Isn't one of them dead?
No. Tom shot some guy who was running
Oh,
up on him.
different
He
guy.
didn't just shoot
didn't
James.
shoot
Yeah, I
James.
thought James was shot. I was like, okay.
No. James is still alive.
Damn. Okay, cool. Yeah, we run back to the ship.
Cool. Upon arriving, the ship's actually in a berth, sort of. Is it a berth?
Looks
Would it
painful.
yeah, it's in a berth. There's a smaller lifeboat coming out one end. No, she's actually docked. You come running up, and there's sort of the gangplank to get on board, and it's guarded by the rest of the 5 guards who are stay behind, and they immediately sort of stop everyone. And it's like, now where do you think you're going?
On the ship, because
It's being attacked.
been
and-
attacked.
No, not you. And he points over to Tater and Tot, and he says,
Oh, let
who the bloody hell are you?
They're with
My
us.
name is Chip Tater Dandy. This is my daughter, Little Tot Dandy.
My name's Tatum.
Her real name's Tatum, but I just call her Little Tot. Yeah, we just got hired on to this little fine rigging of yours, and so we was earning our first week pay.
Yeah.
They're with
Jesus
me. They're
Christ.
with me. Don't worry. I've
Did I
recruited
ever
them
stop
for the
talking?
captain.
Right. Just get them on board now, all right? And in the distance, you actually hear cannon fire. So you guys all rush aboard, I suppose, and it's immediately like evident. A lot of the guards are staring deliberately at Tot.
He's with
It's a
me.
very-
He's with me, lads. Don't worry. And I kind of
Tot, not Tater, just so you know.
He's with me. Don't worry.
Oh God.
I
Yeah,
guess
so
I kind
you,
of like give him like I guess I'm like I know some of these people and I'm fairly amicable with them and
Yeah,
Some-
yeah.
give 'em
you're
some
actually-
winks and some
Yeah, people
smiles.
are okay. People are okay with you. People don't mind you so much. So you guys find yourself
It's a
aboard the
first.
deck of a ship. This ship is specifically
The
I
Donga
can't remember.
held
What,
high.
it is Donga held high. No, she's a frigate, I do believe, and yeah, she's a frigate, and she's a big ship. She's got 3 masts and various other stuff that will come up. Oh, you guys are loading. You guys have camera. Shit a brick.
Yeah, we figured since we're close to the router, let's try the camera out and see what happens. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So it's cool. So you guys end up on the main deck. It's pretty hectic. Everyone's running to stations. There doesn't actually seem to be anyone in charge at the moment. Everyone's running around. No one seems to know what's going on. Some of the guards are sort of being very aggressive towards people who are making mistakes. There's calls for bring up the anchor. Come on, we want some canvas.
Hoist the mainsail. Belay that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Belay
it's
that,
all,
belay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Belay that. Belay. Stop. Shut up. It's all going swimmingly well. And then the door on the what you'd understand to be the captain's quarters flies open, and a really large, and I mean very overweight man storms out onto the deck, like waving a cutlass round like a lunatic, and he yells out, "Yes, well, what a bloody hell are we already a shipwright? You over there!" And he points over to James. He's like, "Why haven't you sorted this lot out? Bloody hell, who the hell is... Wait,
Never
is
in
that...
the course of history has
is
so
that-
much pirating been performed by so few.
He points over towards you, Tatum. He's like, "You there! I don't recognize you. Are you any good? Can you take the helm, and he immediately gestures towards the helm.
Take the helm of my donga.
Yeah, take the helm.
A donga held high.
Have you guys frozen, or are you just holding it
Your
scary?
face is perfectly still.
It's really quite creepy. Yeah, so you guys, Tater, you're immediately sort of pointed towards the helm of the ship, and
My name's Tater Dandy, and this is my daughter, Tatum Dandy. We were just hired upon your boat. We're trying to make our first week's pay.
Jesus
How are
Christ,
you
man,
doing?
do ever stop talking? He doesn't say Jesus Christ, but I always say Jesus Christ for some reason, I don't know why. He says, bloody hell, do you ever stop talking? Look, I need you at the wheel, and you there, the female one. No, not you, Nancy.
Not
you
me?
can piss off. And he says, you, girl.
Nancy
you
rolls
can-
her eyes and carries on what she was doing.
Cool, you assist him or man a cannon or something, and bloody hell,
Woman
I
a
ordered
cannon,
a
am
drink
I right,
about
Captain?
20 minutes ago. This guy quite clearly has no control over what's going on at the moment. He's very flustered. He doesn't seem to know what's going on. He's just yelling random orders out. But the crew sort of seem to know what they're doing. The anchor is drawn up. The gangplank is just kicked to one side, and you start to hear the canvas unfurl. You're doing it again. Your uncanny stare, and there we are. And you get some wind starts to catch in the sails, and you start to break port. So you guys are now sailing a ship. How does that feel? You enjoying it so far?
It feels good, man.
Are any of you seasick? I'm just asking.
I've been on ships all my life, so probably not.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm about to turn off the video again.
Yeah, I think that's
It's wrecking you.
it is indeed.
Yep.
Good.
Correct, any right?
Rick.
See, is this plugged in?
Yep.
Oh, you should.
I don't.
You might need to plug this in.
I'm getting to it.
I look over to Beth's Nancy. Are you being sick? Are you?
No.
Oh.
Nancy's perfectly fine. It's like
Oh,
being
not
on
this.
ship is like her second home,
So
and
you-
she's perfect. She's perfectly at home on a ship. She loves it.
James, you'd see James. He's actually being sick over the side of the ship.
Is that from the blow to the head, or just
You don't know.
being a really crap pirate?
Well, the one
You
from
don't
Donna,
know.
most likely.
Maybe the one to the dong. Yeah. So actually, you see, Mr. Matic is he was the last person to come aboard. He actually single-handedly brought the gangplank up. And he's just walked over and relieved 3 other sailors from their duty of pulling down some rigging, and he's doing it all himself now, just one-man army. It's pretty impressive. And people are making themselves busy. Captain sort of walks over to you guys and says, "Why are you all just standing here? You Tater, whatever your name is. Oh wait, hold on. Didn't I send some people for you? You, Sutcliffe, didn't I send you to find this man?"
Aye, I did, Captain, and look, I brought him here with his daughter and all.
He says,
Aye.
"Wait a minute, you bought the female. You bought
Aye.
you brought a grill on my
I
ship."
brought a grill, aye, I did.
He
Well,
looks at you as if, like,
I thought this one might want company.
I'm just company.
I step away from her.
He says, I like this girl. She's got balls. I like balls.
She does.
And,
Oh,
he gestures to Tater and Tot and says, you two find something to do. And basically, like there's a couple of places where it looks like shit needs doing. So there's like they're trying to bring the sails up. But,
Over in the ball section, there's some work needs doing.
Indeed. There's a ballpark. You're welcome there. They're also.
I'm way out of it.
There's also so the ship was actually in the middle of unloading some cargo, and so all like the cargo hatch is off in the center of the ship. So there's people scrambling to sort all that out, to sort out all the sails, and there's no one actually at the helm. So he sort of gestures and he says, "Tater, take the helm, will you, old boy?"
All right, I reckon I'll hop behind the wheel of this old girl.
And I kind of just, saunter up there. I got barbarian speed, so I'm just rushing up there. I grabbed it with the wheel with both hands and just
Start to steer the way.
The captain turns to Sutcliffe and is just like, he's not quite what I was expecting. Can you understand a bloody word he's saying?
I think he might be simple. I'm not sure.
Yes, well,
That
maybe
or
his
from the
daughter's
Southern
brains.
Isles, perhaps.
Oh, right.
One of those.
Maybe his daughter is
Aye.
is a little sharper.
I wouldn't
And,
be too sure about that, Captain.
He smiles and noted, and he walks over to you, Tot. He walks over to you, Tot, and he's like, "Hello, can you understand me?"
He says hello.
I completely understand you.
She completely understands.
I don't
you,
need you to
Captain.
patronize me because I'm a girl.
We don't need to
I'm literally.
patronize her because she's a woman.
He's looking at Sutcliffe like, yes, okay. Tell her.
Like patting her on the head.
Just say, tell her not to be alarmed. And
Don't be afraid, little missy.
You don't have to
as he says this, there's actually an explosion from
like
the
I'm
back
not
of the
here.
ship.
There's an explosion.
Yeah, there's a small explosion from the back of the ship.
Oh dear.
It's Tater. This actually happens about 4 meters behind you.
I'll turn around and see what's happening.
You could tell it's cannon fire. Cannonball has just ripped some of the balustrade off.
I scream
cover,
up.
lad.
Someone's shooting us in her ass.
You a couple of
See
people
me?
sort of jump to, and they're like, and they look to the captain and like, what did he say?
We're getting ass fucked by a cannon.
That's how you were conceived, right?
I'm an anal baby.
Oh my god.
This is couple of crew burst out laughing, drop like the rigging. Captain immediately chews the match. Did I tell you to stop? We're talking about the sacrimonious relationship between a man and someone. Anyway, look, bloody hell, get on with it. And there's some more cannon fire. It seems to be missing. Anyone who's paying attention, actually roll me perception checks to see who actually knows where you're taking fire from.
Okay. 13. Apparently I rolled.
13.
I got a 12.
12. Okay. Who else is looking?
Seatbelt save lives.
Tater, you're too busy looking off. Like, in fact, to you look off towards port, expecting it to be towards. It's coming from the land. I guess you're probably too busy staring at either your father or the captain for being massively offensive. Nancy and Sutcliffe, being more experienced, you look out. You see there are 3 ships. Out and they're almost blocking your way out of the harbour.
A triumvirate of ships, Captain.
Nancy is going to climb to the
Crow's Nest.
that's the one.
Yep.
I couldn't remember what bird it was, but yeah, she's going to climb
Roll me
Climb up
athletics
the
or
pigeon's
acrobatics, whichever.
24.
You actually. I mean,
I
how do
fly.
you get up there? You fly. No,
I fly.
you probably.
You cast
I'd
levitate,
imagine
Beth.
you do
That
something
went
like
really well
you-
last time.
Yeah, you go up, you wave at the guards and everyone who can immediately see you.
kill you.
You cut through some rigging. It's immediately people like yell out, but the counterweight drags you flying into the air, and you land like pretty much next to the crow's nest and hop over. The man in the crow's nest is actually a guy called Stan. You know him. You've pulled this sort of stunt before. You and him get along quite well. And
She
he's
just
like,
kind of looks at him and just like nods.
"Hey, Nancy. This is Nancy," and he hands you a musket. He's like, I was expecting you up here.
Why, thank you. and she weighs the musket up. She's like, it'll do more damage than my flintlock. So she's happy.
It bloody wants to, and yeah, he yeah. Do you what are you doing? Are you scouting out?
I'm scouting and searching, and
Do you have a telescope or anything?
no, I don't. I'm going to steal one off Stan because
Stan hands you a telescope.
Stan
Stan
I'm
is the
always up
man.
here. So
Yeah.
when I'm not raiding, I'm in the crow's nest. He's used to it.
Stan actually, as he turns to you, you realise he's actually got one eye. The other eye has an eye. He has an eye patch.
You've only just realised us.
no. It's sort of like you're to the right of him. You turn around. You know he's only got one eye, and he's like, you're better with this than I am. And he hands you a telescope.
And she doesn't say anything. She just takes it and looks out to see. Can she see any more ships approaching, or is it just the 3 that they spotted earlier?
It's just the 3. You've got 2 ships who are immediately recognisable as Navy ships. They're flying red sails, like a burgundy. They're quite rich, and they've got the sigil of King Peregriff's fleet flying on most of them. The sails. The one to the left, though, is actually slightly smaller. It's only the other 2 are schooners. But she's there's a small sloop, I do believe. Yeah, there's a small sloop, and she's off to one side, but she's not flying any colours. She's just got one black flag flying above, but there's a big red X cut through it. You'd recognise this to be a pirate hunter ship.
Yeah, she's just like. She just like sprouts a load of profanities that I probably shouldn't say.
Nancy, what do your pirate eyes see?
You hear him from below deck.
But yeah, she shouts down and tells him about the pirate hunter that is.
Well, what do you
slowly
actually
gaining
say?
on
Yeah,
us.
what do you tell me?
No, they're not actually. So they're basically the 2 ships are 2 Navy ships are together. They're making their way in, but the pirate hunters are actually brought like they're got their side to you. They're out of range for a broadside, and they don't have many cannons.
It's the clandestine.
It is.
But yeah, she shouts down and she's like, "It's fucking pirate hunters again."
Captain,
Bloody hell.
there's pirate hunters and a navy.
Yes, I heard her.
I'm sure if you heard her womanly tones over the air, Captain, that's all.
She just shouts back down.
I nod and I'm like,
"Fuck off."
yes, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
What was that? I didn't. Oh, never mind. She's probably talking about shoes or something.
No sense, the Captain, yeah.
We need to. We'll take them head on. They're surely. Yes.
Captain, are you sure that's a wise idea to go straight on?
He
I'm sorry,
glares
Captain.
at you.
Captain, what a brilliant idea.
Did you just? No, I won't. I won't have it. If you ever. Bloody hell!
And he just splutters and storms off.
He has
He's
a
just
heart
like,
attack.
somebody, you, and he points to a crewman, and he's just like, you're in charge. I'll be in my quarters. And this guy just he's just sat in it. You recognise him? This is Roger. He's the cabin boy. He's no, he's not the cabin boy, but he's just one of the crewmen who knows you quite well, and he just comes over and he's like, when he says I'm in charge,
Well, you take orders.
Sutcliffe, I promote you.
Well, good choice, lad.
And I go up to the helm and I'm like,
Straight towards them, lads. Let's give them hell.
Cool. So, Tater, you would immediately sort of be aware that the front of the ship, as you came aboard, there's a couple of things to note about this ship. The most the way you can pick it out the easiest is it's got some essentially go faster red stripes down the side. It was war paint once, but she's had so many collisions that it's all scraped away, so it looks like smears of blood down the prow of the ship. but you've also got a rather large and rather nasty-looking naval ram on the front. That's essentially fork-shaped. It's two prongs. One sort of makes its way up the stem to the it replaces the figurehead, and the other one sinks into the water. It's made of reinforced metal, and it is particularly nasty. Hence, the ship earned its infamous name, Lance Held High. So you are you're pretty confident about the head-on capability. You've also got 2 guns, chase guns at the front, and a lot of cannons along the side.
And the privateer ship is off towards our side, and the Navy ships are behind us.
No. So they're all in front of you, but like the Navy ships are on an interception course, coming towards you, slightly off, like to front and to the right, or towards larboard.
Off to one side.
Larboard, that's it. They're coming off from larboard, but they'll intercept you before you make it out of the mouth of the harbour. And the pirate hunter ship is actually just floating out by the mouth of the harbour, waiting for you.
There's only one way through him.
Is to go through them.
I'm gonna whirl the wheel and aim it directly at one of the Navy ships coming towards us.
That's a good lad.
So you're going for a ram, are we?
Ramming speed.
Cool. Yeah, loads of people sort of. Yeah, loads of the crew sort of. They're like, we're gonna ram them. Everyone, full canvas and brace for impact. And people start running around. Someone starts sounding a bell just below you. You see a load of the guards from the captain immediately vacate the deck. They run into the captain's quarters, which is directly beneath you. People run up to slacken the braces, give you some more canvas, and you feel the ship start jumping forward quite fast. So you're going for a ram, are we? Let's roll you a. Trying to think of the appropriate roll for shipboard. I guess it would probably be maybe a wisdom, or if you want to. So it'd be maybe a history, an insight, something like that.
I'll have to go with an insight check if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let you. Just this once. Yeah, you everyone's pretty. You sort of figure out the. Have you ever helmed a ship before, Tater?
Well, not one of this size, but I have sat in the stirrups, if you know what I'm talking about.
Cool. Okay. I like Remley. Just will not break character ever. He is Tater from now to eternity. Yeah. So you pretty much grasp it easy enough. You realise that going like that goes left and going like that goes right, or larboard and port, however you want to. You probably don't actually know too much about sort of that, but yeah, you probably, a couple of the people get a little bit confused with like your direction of going right and left, and then they pick up that you mean starboard and port, and you come round, and the first ship just hasn't seen this coming. They're really bearing down on you, obviously quite enthusiastic. The captain's tried to spin around for a broadside, and then has realised your intent, and you hit them amidships. You see the Donga Held High plough into the centre of this smaller ship, and the top of the naval ram actually clears the deck and hits the main mast, and the speed, you picked up speed quite quick, so the speed of it shatters the main mast about a quarter of the way up, and you hit the main, you hit the ship, and it splinters essentially, not quite in two, but you've pretty much sunk
Brace
this.
yourselves.
It looks like it's going to sink soon, or are we kind of just locked in here with it?
Yeah, no. This is you've officially scuttled this ship. Like you'd all realise this. Everyone, just quickly take me a dexterity saving throw, just to see if you get thrown around.
The force of the Donga.
The force of the Donga. It's pretty
Pretty big Donga.
Pretty
if you
hardcore.
say so. I rolled a nat one again.
23.
I fly off the ship into doom.
Oh no!
Where were you standing, Sutcliffe? Were you next to the edge of the ship?
No, I was really like on the stand next to Tater. I imagine myself flying across into the mast.
Cool. You're Well, it's a sudden deceleration. You fall forwards and you land below on the main deck.
Awesome. I go, "Arr, not again." And hey, saving throw. So how's it going, dude?
Everyone else, yeah, you're fine. Have we got a?
What about me?
Tater got 4.
Oh, Tater got 4.
We
Yeah,
fly
that's right, I didn't
together
see
and
that.
embrace one
Yeah,
another.
Tater, you are sent flying to the side. Sort of, you go round the and you hit the balustrade, but you're okay. You're just not at the helm at the moment. Pretty much everyone on board. Half of the crew go flying. The rest seem to be standing their ground. Everything's pretty much as you'd expect from an experienced crew. They get back up. They get back into their positions. And are you going to continue to try and drive through the ship, or are you going to try and ease off?
Keep at him, I say.
You've essentially been given the command of the ship.
Yeah, I guess we're like,
Keep going, lads. Keep at him. Press him hard
Cool.
with the lance.
There's a small explosion from the from near the front of the near the prow of the ship you've rammed, and you'd imagine it's something to do with the powder magazine. Maybe one of the runners is maybe a lamp or something, but you can't tell. But the front of the ship sort of explodes, bulges from inside. It's not a massive explosion. It certainly doesn't do much damage to your ship, but it pretty much seals their fate. The keel breaks, and the ship sort of you start to slowly, gratingly push your way through this ship. But you do now have a ship coming up on the larboard side.
I guess Nancy will probably see that before we do.
Yeah.
So
and
Nancy,
as she sees it, she's going to scream at the top of her voice over all the cacophony of, ramming the ship. Load the cannons!
cool. Yeah.
Whatever.
What
it
she
is.
said, load the cannons.
Yeah. So people immediately start running to load the cannons.
Feet and run back
Just-
to the helm.
So that again, Ram, you broke up then.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to just scramble to my feet and run over to the wheel and grab the hold of it again.
Cool.
Nice.
You guide them through. A lot of the people on the board the ship don't seem to be. They're still regaining their position. I mean, a couple of people are sort of moving downstairs to towards the powder magazine, but downstairs,
Yeah.
down below deck to grab the powder for the cannons. But it's not going
But
particularly well.
Nancy screams at this time even louder, if possible, saying, "I said load the fucking cannons!"
Roll me an intimidate.
She said,
Marcus.
well, you heard the lady, do it.
Can I assist her?
Yeah, I'll let you assist. Right, roll it, and then I'll add his assist bonus.
Cool. Intimidate, did you say?
Yeah, she
23,
literally-
Nat
Nice.
20.
Yeah, so so Sutcliffe, you start to say, well, didn't you hear her load it? And then you just hear Nancy's voice just bellow, like people. There's a shiver in the water. There's a kraken in port, and it just shits itself and
God.
runs away. No. I promise not to kraken you right now, but soon. So you hear this bellowing voice of Nancy from the crow's nest, and pretty much everyone, like people. There was even a guy who was about to take some drinks into the captain's quarters. Even amongst all this, he's got like a guy who's essentially a butler, and he just drops everything, and it's just like to point taken. Everyone runs below deck or mans the cannon and starts clearing them. So yeah, you're now coming through. Someone roll me a survival. Whoever's got the best survival skill, discuss amongst yourself. But just for the state of the ship, let's see how we're doing.
Well, I'm on a -1, so I'll leave it.
Yeah, I don't have any survival.
I'm on a 3.
That sounds good.
Oh, she's on a 3. My daughter's on a 3.
Okay, I'm gonna say it'll probably be. We'll say Sydney. Sydney, you go for it.
And a quick reminder to anyone
What
in
am I
chat that
doing?
hasn't followed it. Sorry, Sydney. Roll a survival check, I believe.
Super survival.
Yeah.
Everyone who hasn't followed, we're getting
yeah.
very close to 450 followers. So only 11 away. If we hit that, we get a viewer decision. Oh, nice. That's an.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Thank you, Lilabelle, for following. Welcome to the adventure, friends.
surviving so hard.
Yeah.
I ship
You're
it.
a
Yeah, so,
survivor.
so
You're
much.
the
Make it a survivor.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I was gonna say, before things get too intense and we start broadsiding them, can we have a 5-minute break? Because I need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll pause it there as the ship sort of emerges from the wreckage, completely unscathed. Well done, Sydney. And you are, everyone's rushing to load the cannons. We're going to take a 5-minute break. I'm actually also going to run off to the bathroom real quick, but thank you all, and I'll see you momentarily.
Cool. I will stay and talk to people, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah?
These guys are back in a couple of minutes.
I'm gonna use the restroom as well.
So,
I'm just gonna sit here.
it's just going to be just me and Sydney.
Ayo.
How's it going?
Are you talking to me?
No.
I hate you.
How's it going, Sydney?
It's going good. How's it going with you?
It's going good. It's going good. I'm shipping it.
That's good. What?
You heard me.
I thought. Did you say what's your name?
No, I know who you are.
Thanks.
Anytime. Irving Wolfen says, so the viewer vote can be for anything. Yes, indeed, it could be for anything. Once we had Moldark appear in a different game. What else happened? Gandalf appeared. That was fun. Will, how did you get into this kind of stuff? For like tabletop wargaming when I was a kid, I used to do some like Warhammer stuff, and then someone played D&D, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then from there, terrible things happened. How did you get into D&D, Nancy, Sydney? I know your name. Sydney? Rip.
Nito.
Hey.
Yeah. Wait. What?
I was going. Oh,
I'm back.
oh god. How did you get into D&D? Okay, don't worry about it. I'll just talk to myself. It's cool, guys.
Oh wait. Sorry. We just weren't paying attention to you.
No, it's fine. I'm used to that from women.
I'm fine.
Fine. I'm not crying.
It's just like when I was 14.
14 all over again.
I can't believe in love.
I can't believe in it anymore.
Oh, I had to show Will what American cheese was yesterday, and I forgot to throw it away, so it's still there.
Well, I'm using it as a coaster.
Okay.
Did you not eat it? I thought you were gonna eat it.
No, I just wanted you to see how we live over here.
Yeah. Sorry about falling asleep last night. I was really tired.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine.
Fine. Just fall asleep on me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey Jane, Ivana, how's it going?
To be fair, it was like really late over there, so it's okay.
5 AM or something, yeah. Josh says there's a helicopter with a searchlight over our house. There on three boys.
God bless.
It's going good, Jane. It's going good.
It's going very well, lass. Very, very well indeed.
How are you doing, Remley?
I'm real sad about this V8 being gone.
I'm doing fine.
Rem, no.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right.
Good God.
I feel like mine and Sydney's plan to hey, let's be at the same computer because that way we can learn Roll20 together and learn how to do the Skype version of it together, and it'll be helpful. Has probably turned into we're just more confused now than ever, but I think we got it going.
We are slowly but surely learning the ropes.
Ah. Good. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. We are only 10 followers away from our 450 goal. So if you guys are in chat and you haven't hit the follow button yet, go ahead and do it because it'll be nice. And other reasons, which I won't explain yet, but once you follow you'll find out, so you should do it.
That'd be weird if, like, what if we didn't follow? Like, we were just...
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Follow.
Breaking up a little bit. All
Wait, I'm making a joke.
Yeah, no, don't try and do
Oh,
that
I'll
to me.
make-
You know how I feel about when you make jokes.
Stop it. I'm
Well,
hilarious.
be nice.
Wrecked, boys.
I feel so wrecked.
Wrecked like a Navy ship.
It feels bad.
Feels
Man.
bad, man. Wrecked and erect. To the wombo combo. Hopefully Josh is back in a second.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, he is.
It makes a change that I'm not the last one back.
Speak of the devil.
I can't find my alcohol.
Well, hopefully we can hear the viewer vote this game, Raven Wolf. If not, I'm back on Saturday at the same time, 9pm BST, 4pm EST for a viewer game. And speaking of which, viewer games, check us out in chat. Josh, you're here.
It's terrifying that people look like Beth. What?
I know it would be terrifying if there's more than one of you. Timor follows and we can shoot Will out of a cannon. There's literally nothing I won't do for Encounter Roleplay.
Well, what was it? You put a corset on the other week, didn't you?
That's vicious rumour, Biff. There is
No,
no,
it's
there is
caught on
no
camera
video evidence of
and
that.
on the internet. And I just spilled lemonade all over.
There's no video evidence of me wearing corset. Josh, you're muted.
Yes, because whatever's on the internet has to be true.
So, Josh,
It's a fact. So, yeah, the ship, Lance Held High, is just rammed another ship pretty horrifically. You've just split it asunder, and it's sinking in two parts as you glide on through, thanks to Sydney's beautiful roll there. You are pretty much
Ew.
entirely undamaged. There's some cosmetic damage to the front, but you can hear people laughing and cheering, and there's actually some singing going on as people rush round to load the cannons. And
What are they
yeah,
singing, Josh?
There. What are they singing?
And really bad eggs.
Drink up, me hearty. There's you can't actually hear them, Nancy. Unfortunately, there's too much going on. Nobody else asked me what
I
they're
listen
singing.
intently.
Cool. You can't. You're shell shocked. There's a ringing in your ears.
Yeah,
These rings out of my ears.
quickly,
You have
Quintus,
so many piercings.
British summertime BST, it's GMT +1. I think someone said that, but yeah, that as well.
Good old Will. Good old Will. Cool, so...
Yo ho ho. That's exactly what they're singing.
what's
So yeah, we are. We're coming out. Lance Held High is making its way through the wreckage of the ship. You come out and you're sort of coming out into range, but there is some cannon fire. I'll just quickly roll me an initiative, guys, real quick. See who. Well, actually, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm learning so much about time zones watching you guys. That's what we're all about. so-
Nancy, you're actually okay. You're in the crow's nest.
Right, so I don't need to roll anything.
Yeah, no, you're okay. But everyone else, roll me a dex saving throw. See how you're doing.
Oh,
Is this a dex saving throw for initiative?
Oh, a dex
Because I do
saving
get an initiative bonus. Or
Yeah,
actually,
no, sorry. Just roll a dex saving throw.
Oh, okay. Confusion.
Confusion indeed.
14.
Sorry, I'm getting my head back on. Yeah,
This is alright.
TY.
the tater
RPG.
tots.
EST.
Cool,
is BST.
Yeah, you guys are actually. Sutcliffe, you're okay. Are you making your way back up to the poop deck, to the helm, or?
Oh,
I'm staying at the wheel.
Be careful
Will?
on the
Sutcliffe?
cleaned up recently.
Sutcliffe, are you heading back up there to the helm?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're on the stairs, but you're fine. But there's actually Sydney, where are you at the moment? Where have you ended up, Tot? Is she tottering around? With me now.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of jumbled up in the clutter of people.
Yeah, you're just like
standing.
I imagine like a couple of people who have come over and they're like, we need powder, go below deck, and then someone else is coming out, belay that, we need people on the swivel guns, and you're just like, oh god, there's like 1,001 things. As you're saying this, the man talking to you is hit by incoming fire and just disappears entirely. It's a close call for you, but yeah, cannonball just takes this guy out. Tater, you're up on the helm. Again, there's just a cannonball streaks across. It actually hits just in front of you this time, and part of the railing from the stairs is just gone. You're well within range of the chase guns on the front of this ship. You're taking fire. It's getting a bit tasty.
I'm gonna take this wheel of mine and twirl it away so that we can show them a bit of blow some kisses at them from our side cannons. A bit of broadside.
We got a bread side. I like that.
Bridge.
Yeah. It's I imagine like a couple of people they're getting the gist. Nancy's definitely got these people to snap to it, and as you come round, I'll quickly roll and see how much damage you do with your cannons. The cannon being pretty nasty.
How many cannons do we have, Josh?
So the entire ship complement, quick details on the ship, you've got 120 crew, near about, make that 119, one guy just got completely annihilated. But yeah, you've got about 120 crew in total, that's including everybody. Ship itself has 42 cannons, I do believe, in total, 2 chase guns on the front and 4 swivel guns on the back, and a bloody great big naval ram. So Nancy, what kind of shot are they loading?
Big stuff that's going to blow big bloody holes in their ship.
Same. Okay, so
It's called melon
standard
shot.
shot, but a lot of it. So yeah,
Yes.
you're coming round for a broadside. You let's see. Does anyone want to roll for the shooting?
Sure.
Do a wisdom
if I'm
wisdom save.
telling them to.
Yeah.
fire
I'd
and
imagine
stuff like
Suckliff, you're sort of taking charge of this. So
So what
give me a
skill would that
wisdom.
be? Wisdom.
give me a wisdom saving throw, just to
Okay. I don't
yeah.
think I've ever rolled on this before. It's a free.
A
I'm not
free.
the wisest
Okay,
man.
so the first volley of fire, they're all pretty nervous about Nancy watching down with them. They know she's got a musket up there. They've seen her in a foul temper. They don't want to annoy her, so they're pretty much they're all loaded, and they don't even wait for the order to fire. And the first volley, you get a few glancing hits on the side of this ship, but nothing.
I say, wait for my
serious at
order,
all.
damn it! And I grab my boy
But yeah,
and chuck him
Nancy just
overboard.
screams down saying, "Hold your fucking fire!"
I'm throwing a lad overboard who messed something up. Rawr, I've been mad.
He just, I'm sorry, Suckliff, he just
To the depths with you, lad.
And chuck him over.
The man next to you just shouts out and goes, "Now bloody hell, he owed me money," and gets back to it.
Well, now the fishes owe you money. Now get back on that cannon.
He grumbles to himself.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. So yeah, you're. I'll tell you what. We'll roll. So right. So essentially, Nancy, you're giving the firing orders, are you? So right. Okay. Tot, someone runs up to you and is like, "We need help. We need help. We need powder monkeys. You quick on your legs."
I guess.
He seems inspired by your confidence. He says, "Well, look, come with me. We need people to carry powder to the guns." And he rushes off below deck.
I would like to point out at this point that
Oh, hang on, we have to break for a second.
Wait, you're already breaking up, Sydney.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
hear
my
any of that.
God! Alexis just came into my room and brought me ice cream, just like. I have on yogurt.
What is happening?
she just got bought ice cream and she's a teenage girl.
Okay, right. So
God.
so Sydney, you do nothing. You eat ice cream on the deck and take your chances.
Netflix and chill.
But yeah,
Yeah, Netflix and chill.
after seeing Tot in the bar fight, Nancy's quite interested, so she's gonna keep a small eye on
Yes,
her
she is.
just to see what's going on and how she is, because yes, stuff.
There's another grill on board.
Yes.
Indeed.
Another grill that isn't gonna be a wench.
Okay.
Okay. Glad we clarified that, Nancy. Everyone's paying rapt attention to that. So yeah, Tot, are you going after him?
She's having a moment.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay. So anyway, Sydney, roll me a. Huh?
I'm just so happy.
Okay. I'm glad you're happy. Roll me an athletics check, will you?
I'm glad you're happy now you die.
You're on me.
Gets ice cream, dies.
Rip.
Rip the boys
Remember
and
the
grills.
fallen.
Yeah, never forget.
We will remember their sacrifice.
She rolled a
Cool, so yeah,
10.
you rush below deck, but there's a lot of people actually rushing up, like already with powder. You sort of bustle past them. No one drops anything, but you're actually slowing a couple of them down. You head below, you grab some powder, and yeah, someone just thrusts it into your hands and says, "Get it to the guns. You stay on midship." So that'll be sort of in the middle ground, and
Gotcha.
he points over towards some of the cannons. He goes, "Keep them stocked."
Aye. Bitch.
Cool.
All I heard was
Tater
bitch.
and Sutcliffe and Sydney, one last time, roll me a dex saving throw. Let's see if you get pasted by a cannon. I really want you to get pasted by a cannon. You're not doing particularly well, actually.
Do you ask me?
Yeah.
And also, people asked what kind of ice cream.
I have a horrible dex.
We're all very interested.
23.
It's Baskin Robbins. Looks like vanilla with sprinkles.
Nice. Thanks.
It's really good.
Irving Wolf, I don't have any plans for streaming on Sunday. I have plans for streaming on Saturday, and then Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. That's
She
the Saturday
been
after
to
that, for the 24-hour stream. So no plans on Sunday, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
But 4 days a week is pretty good. So
Oh
Yeah.
god.
So yeah, so Tater, you're sort of knocked around by another volley. They're improving their aim. They're getting closer. You actually lose a couple of spindles on the wheel, but everyone else actually, the one whizzes past you, Sutcliffe, and as you sort of look past it, actually hits the wreckage of the ship that you're coming out of, the first ship, and it sends the powder magazine fully up, and that's it. The whole ship front, the prow of the ship just ruins it. It splinters apart, and yeah, but you guys aren't dead yet, somehow.
We're not
And
dead yet,
yeah,
people.
yeah, cool. So you're in range for another shot. Nancy, roll me a wisdom saving throw, or actually roll me what skills would be appropriate here. I guess
Not wisdom.
maybe survival. Will, what kind of
for what,
skill
sorry?
do you reckon?
What's she trying to
For
do?
for basically aiming and firing the cannons.
But I'm not
Um,
aiming, I'm just telling people to aim.
Yeah,
If
but
it's
yeah,
like a
but-
command sort of role, you could use something like a persuasion or intimidation, or a performance if you're trying to really go for something,
Yeah. So I'd probably take one of those three.
or just a perception if you're spotting. You know, you might be telling them
Actually,
where
yeah,
to
no,
shoot.
that's actually a better shout. Yeah, so roll me a
Yeah.
perception check, Nancy.
Yeah. 0.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, you are blind. You lose both
Yeah,
eyes.
So you're
Can I take an intimidation check instead?
no, afraid. Well, you can roll intimidation. I'll just ignore it. But so yeah, so everyone's rustling and bustling around, and it's all a bit chaotic. Half the cannons fire the aft half, and they miss this ship that's bearing down on you. It's actually coming along to broadside. It's matching your pace now. You skim past, but one of the front cannons actually it explodes. You're not sure what happened exactly, but the cannon just shoots backwards. The the barrel of the cannon sort of fans outwards. One of the men is manning the cannon is immediately thrown overboard. The other one just collapses on the floor screaming. It's all going a bit wrong, and we now have a situation where we have a couple of these Navy boys are going to try boarding your ship. So roll me some. Who's up on deck?
Tater.
You got Nancy, you're above deck, but you got Tater and Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe, roll me initiative. Tater, you as well, and
Cool.
A bunch of these Navy boys swing aboard.
Some Navy boys, not to be confused with the Nancy boys.
Indeed, the Nancy boys are well up for it.
Oh, I know they are. I know they are. 14.
13 and 14. Let's see how these Navy boys train their men. They're going for a.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's a nat 1. Actually, you actually bump hulls against each other.
What do I say?
Yeah, the Navy ship is
My hull when.
your hull when indeed. It lists to one side. It sort of lists back off. And the front people by the prow who swang across miss entirely. And yeah, so only half of them actually make it on board. You guys are going first. A couple land near you, Tater, on the poop deck, but they basically scatter. They fall over the deck, lost their balance.
Cool. Do I go first or Tater first? Oh, I'm first.
I do believe it's Oh yeah, no, you're going first, aren't you? So a couple of them land on the deck. With
Cool. Do I have a flintlock?
You do indeed. Everyone is equipped with a flintlock.
Cool. I try and get a shot off.
Cool.
Before.
Roll me a.
So what is it? It's a flintlock. Oh, you've got it. I've got it. Put it.
Yeah, I've already put it in people's. I think I've changed everything. I'll just.
It's a 13 versus AC with 13 damage.
Yeah, you hit him. He's actually one of the people who's still near the edge of the ship.
Oh,
and
Mythomatic has donated £3. Says, Dad Voice Bro, here's some inspiration. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I have inspiration. Ooh.
Thank you, lad.
Cool. Is that you? Cool. In which case, I mean, you can use that now for the 17. You've hit him anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. But yeah, you hit this guy, and he literally lands. He's like, yeah, and you hit him in the shoulder. He flips over the edge of the ship, and he's gone. But there are a couple of others. I'll let you. You can go for a melee attack if you want. There's a couple of guys still regaining their balance.
Sure. I draw my sword. And wade into them, saying,
I feel so inspired right now to kill some of you.
And with a 19 versus AC, do 14 damage.
Yeah, another man tries to get up. How do you kill this guy?
I just run him through, and I look him in the eyes and say,
I'll see you down in Davy Jones' locker.
And then
he looks up at you. He's trying to figure out who the hell David Jones is and what a locker is.
Where is it?
He's just like, who is Davy? And yeah, he dies. He dies before you answer the question, and he will never know the answer, and it'll always plague his soul. But yeah, a couple of them are a bit quicker. They sort of get up, but they're still not very with it. What are you doing, Dandy? You sort of fighting the ship, or are you fighting the crew who just landed?
Me?
Yeah, Tater.
Okay, you said the ones that landed up here around the wheel, they slid off the edge, right? Or some.
Oh no, that was one's near the front of the ship. But no,
Oh,
there's 3 left. One of them has just been shot off, and another one's just been run through. So there's only 3 left up here. But there's a couple more on the deck who are being attacked quite viciously by some of Nancy's raiders.
Oh, where is Mr. Matic in all this? Our serving Wolfen. Good question.
He's actually on the port side. He's single-handedly carrying a new. You've actually got a few spare cannons for situations, and he's just coming up carrying, like, with a couple of the boys, like a replacement. It's not a 3-tonner cannon, but it's a replacement,
Cool.
like parts and stuff.
So yeah, go
Tater, what are you doing?
Okay. All right. So you said I'm up here where the wheel is, but most of the fighting's over on the front of the ship and in the middle of the ship. on those decks?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to leave the wheel since we're locked up with this other ship, and I'm just going to like charge across the deck. I do have the barbarian speed, and I took the eagle totem, so I can make a dash as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to get like pretty much 120 feet worth of movement to just like leap through the air and try to land on one of these guys.
Cool. I tell you what, roll me an athletics check, and I'll see if you paste this guy on the floor. One of literally as you leave the ship's wheel, one of the other shipmen, he comes over and he's just like grabs the wheel.
Alright, here we go.
But yeah, you land, you sort of barge into him. He goes flying. He's not dead. He's not, particularly injured. He's just knocked off his feet. And who are you attacking? You joining the fray with the rest of the raiders, or?
I'll join in the fray with our crew, with our guys.
Cool. you just immediately attack your own men.
That was like with our people, yeah.
Okay. Alright. So I'm in this
You can
melee.
tell, like the guys you're going for, they're all wearing navy uniforms.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my fancy hammer and put it against their fancy face.
An entirely refreshing perspective from Tater. Hammer,
Yes.
face, award-winning combination.
Time to mash taters.
I love it. I love mashed potatoes.
21.
Cool. 21. Yeah, this first guy is.
The 23
sent
damage.
sent
Oh no,
flying.
that's you.
Yeah. This first guy's sent flying. Are you raging at the moment, or are you?
Yeah, I'll pop a rage.
Papa Ray.
Papa Rage, that's what
Cool.
she called me.
That's what I call him.
Papa rage. What do you So what does raging give you?
+2 damage on my melee attacks. Gives me damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks made against me.
Cool. So that's pretty hefty. You're doing what is that? 13 damage.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you hit this man. He doesn't die, but you can tell like he's not going to be getting up in any sort of quick speed. Do you want to finish him off? What's happening? You got another attack. Remember.
I might as well just go up there and bring the hammer down, as they say.
Drop the hammer. Yeah.
Just drop the hammer. Just go on and put him down there in the locker with that feller, that old little man sitting out.
So just that man
on.
that he said. But yeah, you hit this guy. He's on the floor, so it's meaty and it's pasty and it's not.
Now
good.
he's all over the floor.
Yeah, and it's pretty horrific. A couple of the other Navy boys lose all their colour, mainly because a couple of Nancy's raiders have just slit them apart. But they're not going. It's not going well. The boarding party. There's a couple of other. You can see on board the other ship. They're trying to get some of the ropes back on so they can swing some more men over. But you've pretty much neutralised most of these guys. They can't really make their way onto the ship. They've got them pinned. Nancy, do me a favour. Roll a perception check, will you?
Do yourself a
Yes. I will try anyway. 12.
12. Okay, you notice a couple of men aboard the enemy ship. You can't actually make out from this distance, but it looks like that's a good point. Like it's actually Stan who turns around. He points down. He says, it'd be bloody helpful if you put that musket to good use. If they don't have anyone helming the ship, well.
And she looks at him. It's like, helming ship, musket.
Yeah, maybe you want to start shooting. That'd be real bloody helpful.
But yeah, what's the range on a musket? From where I am, would I be able to use it?
You are from where you are. You're pushing like the range, but you can make that shot
I could.
if you roll well enough. Yeah.
What will you make me roll?
Roll me. what is it? It's plus dex. So roll me a d20 plus your dex mod. Let's see how you do. It is quite. I mean, it's quite a hard shot. Yeah,
No.
you miss. You miss. You don't actually hit anyone. You're aiming for sort of a
just
cluster
kind
of guys, but the
mutter under my breath and I hold the musket in a way that's not going to get in my way. And
Stan yells at you. He's just like, bloody hell! You might not wasting so many of my shots.
it was one, and then she climbs down the rigging to get, or at least part way down the rigging.
Are you taking the musket with you, or?
Yeah.
Cool.
So she can get a better shot. It's just like slightly
roll me in
range.
acrobatics. You're trying to balance with as you go down, and there's a lot of jostling, and you're almost in open water now.
We're almost clear, lads.
8. Roll 20.
Yeah,
decide
you
to hate me again.
Yeah, I know. You actually lose the musket, unfortunately, and you end up a little tangled up, but you don't fall to your death yet. Hey, right. Back on the deck, we've got Sydney. Sydney, Tot is currently manning one of the cannons. I want you to roll me a wisdom check or a perception. Actually, roll me a perception check. Yeah,
We
we'll
call
stick
it
to perception
womaning a
for.
cannon on this ship.
Okay.
Am I right, Captain?
21. So you
I
actually,
see everything.
there's a couple of people looking around panicked. How do you bring these guys on the cannons back into back under order? How do you chew these guys out?
I cover my ears.
Cover your ears, Dad. About to let loose.
Okay. Honey.
Okay. Listen up. If you don't fucking get a grip, we're all going to die. Get your shit together and get to work. And that's all I have to say.
One of them just turns around and goes, "Who the yeah, no, yeah, you heard the pretty she's not fuck
Shut up and get to
man of
work. I don't
cannons."
care about what you think.
And yeah, they jump to it, and I imagine, yeah. Do you call for them to fire? You've got a pretty good. Yeah, you can see through the cannon port that you're pretty much in line. You cannot miss at this point.
Hell yeah, fire.
Cool. Let me just roll to see how horrifically destructive that was. But I mean, it's pretty bad. No, it's actually not that. I mean, unfortunately, it's literally at that moment you've got a lot of wind, and a wave comes between the two ships, and as you actually tip towards port, the ship is actually to starboard, and most of the shot hits quite high on the deck. So it does quite a lot of damage. A lot of the crew seem pretty hurt on the other ship, but it's not scuttled her, and it's certainly not hit many of the cannons. So. Yeah, it was a good shot though, and everyone's sort of like, yeah. Reload the cannons, and yeah. Tater, give me another. Actually, no, sorry, Sutcliffe, give me another round of combat. You're finishing some guys off on the poop deck.
That I am. I'm always doing that.
I slashed at a guy for 26.
Yeah,
with 11
you
damage.
you injure him pretty horrifically. I imagine you go for a leg, and he sinks to one knee.
And as he does so, I go to cut his throat for 19 for 13 damage.
That's pretty. Yeah, he's dead. He dies. Slit his throat. You like slitting the good throats, don't you?
Oh, yes.
So
I like guns.
yeah, it's exactly. So that's very much there.
Fish
the other
food all
two-
round, lads.
The other two rush you, and you're going to take. See if they're actually pretty shaky on their feet from such a poor landing. What's your armor class?
15.
They actually both hit, and you take. Take me 10 damage.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And Tater, you get attacked by another 2 who... That's 1. What's your armor class, Rim?
My armor class is a 14, so I think that'll do for me.
One of them just goes sailing past you easy enough, but the second one caught you off guard and he hits you. You take you take 1 damage. It actually, in fact, you know, it pretty much it just nicks you. Yeah, you take 1 damage. It's a really superficial sort of graze. Open it up to Sutcliffe. You've had your turn, so yeah, we're back to the tater masher.
All right, so there are these 2 guys kind of on me. You said
One of them's actually now behind you, but the other guy's just swung at you and not done.
Well, I ain't all that worried about these 2 on me. I can take a whooping. I'm gonna run up to those 2 near me, this old fella who recruited me, and do that little thing in the cartoons where you grab them by the head and knock them together.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Muffin TV for the host.
So
Welcome
yeah, you're
everyone
grabbing
from
them
there.
both. If you want to, yeah, roll in athletics, I guess, or yeah, be in athletics.
Alright, give me a... Ooh, I'm on my daughter's. Let me pull up mine.
You're always in my business.
I'm always in your business. How do you close your
My
mouth?
face when Bay's father snoops so hard.
When I'm raging, I get a advantage on strength skill checks.
And protecting my daughter.
So I'm gonna click this thing and see what happens.
23. Yeah, you knock them both out. Actually, they just slump on the floor. On that. If you're raging, you're still in rage because you still made an attack. Do you want to attack anyone else? There's only 2 guards left, 2 Navy personnel left. They're actually being mobbed by about 4 raiders. They look like they've pretty much bored at it, but it's up to you.
I'm gonna draw one of my javelins and skewer somebody
Welcome, mortal.
by throwing it at him.
Thank you,
Cool.
Neo Frostborn, for falling. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir.
So I'm gonna lob one of these at him.
You actually hit one of the raiders, unfortunately.
Oh darn it!
I'm dead.
And
Sorry.
yeah, that you actually kill one of the raiders. That's a pretty horrific roll there, mate. And that would have gone so well.
Could have been so much better.
Well, it happens.
Yeah, he
Does
skewered
Nancy
and he-
see this?
Roll me a perception check. See if you notice.
I hope for your sake she does.
Yeah, you know, you see this guy like just like throw like a javelin as hard as he can, and one of your raiders, it's actually a guy named Benny, who you and Benny get along quite well. He's a bit of a ruckus sort of young lad, and he goes flying. He's not off the ship, but it's quite clear he's dead.
Am I still tangled up in the rigging?
You are indeed. Give me a quick athletics check, see if you get out.
No.
No,
I don't.
you actually you do manage to get out, and then you
Well, I'm into your
fall.
death.
Take wow, we've got a lot of nat ones here
Suck
today.
those cackles.
But we have also had a lot of nat 20s as well. It is balanced.
Yeah.
I've been entirely now.
You take 4 damage from the fall. You actually land in the midst of sort of this fight going on.
And yeah, in the midst of the fight, you say.
Yeah, you land on one of the other raiders.
on their sword. You die.
Yeah,
Their
So
Dolores
take
there's-
race
28 piercing damage.
there are
Yeah,
still
exactly.
Navy boys to attack.
Navy boys.
Yeah, you're on the floor. As in you'll have to spend a turn to get back up on your feet for.
Or I
falling
could
from that height.
just slash at their ankles and
I'll let
get
you-
Achilles tendon with
You
my dad.
can, okay, I'll let you do that, but if they survive this, I mean, there's a high chance they won't with your boys on them, but if you do, if they do survive this, they have advantage on hitting you,
I know.
because you're on the floor. Cool. Roll me an attack. Yeah, you managed to, but one of them sort of takes a hit to the ankle. At first glance it looks like quite a nice hit, and then he looks down at you, and you kind of get the feeling you probably didn't cut nearly deep enough, and he's actually going to attack you.
Should have gone deeper.
Exactly.
Rookie mistake there.
Let's see. Does a 14 beat your armor class?
No.
Cool. You're fine. He jabs at you. This guy's actually wielding a musket with a bayonet on the end. He hasn't. He's already used it. You imagine, otherwise he would have just shot you. But he stabs into the deck next to you, misses your head by a mere scant few inches. But a few inches make a big difference, boys. So yeah, you
So I've heard.
I'm seeing in chat, apparently, Roll20 is saying that I have a +10 to attack. I have a +5. Is something not typed in correct? Should be +5 to hit with the maul. And the javelin.
You have a...
Yeah, I think but you're also raging, aren't you? So.
Does raging do anything like that?
I can't see our character sheet, so I don't know.
Is it still going?
Hold on, give me a sec. I'll give you access real quick. So yeah, actually, so that's going on. A few things happen now. First of all, your ship takes some fire. So somebody roll me a survival check for your ship.
I can do it.
Badly. You're good. Yeah, you've got a good track record rolling survival.
It's
so,
gone well so far.
Don't jinx it.
You have so much ice cream in your mouth.
I know.
No. Eat more ice cream, honey.
My face went.
What did you roll?
7.
I haven't even seen it yet.
That's a 7.
7. Yeah, you take a lot of fire. A couple of the cannons take damage amidships, and yeah, you're immediately people start yelling from down in the cargo hold like, "We got water breach!" And
Put a bucket on it, lads.
there's people saying, "We need to make repairs. We can't take another hit like that, Captain." They're obviously expecting the captain to be out on deck, but he's very much not.
I go down like,
Get the buckets out, lads. Throw it aboard, and we'll get some repairs after this. After we stop rolling so terribly.
Cool. Yeah. Right. Nancy, roll me a perception check again, as you have appointed yourself on the crow's nest.
perception master.
I'm not on the crow's nest anymore.
Yeah, you're not on the crow's
Fallen to
nest.
your death.
Okay, roll me. Yeah, roll me. No, you're on the floor, aren't you? Who's at the helm? Tater. Roll me a. You're not at the
Tater's
helm.
not at the
Nobody's at
helm.
the helm.
I guess no.
What is
Random-
going on?
random
I guess I am.
Everyone.
Random
Okay.
crew members
right.
I
at
guess
the
I
helm.
am. I was fighting the guys on the helm, was I not?
Yeah. Okay. Did you actually go downstairs and get buckets, or are you?
No, I just told them to.
Cool. Okay. Right. So in which case, yeah, roll me a perception check.
Cool.
Sutcliffe. Let's see if you
16.
notice. Yeah, you notice you're coming up on the privateer vessel, the pirate hunter. You pretty much. You're going to be on them very, very soon, and you're currently on a collision course.
Okay. I say, oh no, I take the helm then, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
We need to get out of the way quick, lads. Something sharpish.
and I start turning it around, like trying to turn as quickly as I can on the wheel.
Roll me an agility. Let's see if you pull this off fast enough.
Cool.
And let's see if the
roll-
crew pulls it off fast enough.
So like an athletics or I guess. An
Yeah, an
athletics?
athletics. Yeah, I guess it would be an athletics. Yeah. See how the
As a
the
10.
crew did. 10. So yeah, you noticed the ship, but it's everyone's sort of still recovering from there. You took a pretty hefty shot there, so there's not
Well, I
enough
think
crew
you
to
roll
really
on
get it.
Was that mate?
Huh?
It says athletics Tater Dandy ability check.
I just rolled yours. Sorry, I was looking in your character
Oh
sheet.
right, yeah, okay, right.
Let me
Roll,
reroll.
yeah.
I was trying to work out your plus 10.
I know what my taters look like.
I rolled it
wow.
was a 6.
Eyes everywhere.
Okay, so yeah. So there's at the moment there's really not enough. Like people are really struggling, especially on deck, like on the main deck. Like that last volley did quite a lot of damage. A lot of people are like reeling from their hits, trying to get back up, get back to the cannons. They're not really listening, and you need to you're going too fast to pull around them. So you're going to they're ready for you. Unfortunately, yeah, they are.
They're ready,
for
lads.
God,
Brace yourselves.
You guys are so bad at this.
All the mean yarn and top off your splinters.
Indeed.
All the things that you're meant to be doing.
Let's see how bad you take this hit. Yeah, that's okay. So you the front of the ship takes quite a hefty volley from the privateer ship. Actually, the ship next to you takes some damage as well. The navy ship. The privateers don't seem particularly phased about firing upon the navy. They're pretty. They seem pretty bloodthirsty. And Will, yeah, you'd realise that the pirate hunters are firing on you. So you gonna clip the back of their ship actually. So let's see how that goes. I'd imagine pretty badly for everyone involved.
Oh, good. Just what we needed.
Cool. No, actually, they managed to get a strike in on you. You take it's a missile strike. It's all gone wrong. It's that drone that was above my house. They managed to evade most of the hit. Like it's really a glancing strike, and it's against the front of the ship. And they managed to they've actually backed off, and you come past and actually take a little bit more damage. Roll me a dex saving just real quick, and Nancy do the same. We're going to see if their front cannons take you down a peg.
This is myself and Nancy.
Yeah, this is you guys and Nancy. You guys are taking a lot of fire.
20.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
19.
In fact, like the chase cannons on the front, they miss entirely. They go sailing overboard where the prow of the ship's up. And yeah, you are now through. You passed the actually that was pretty good. So Sydney,
Yeah.
roll me an athletics check, and we'll see if you make it round to the portside guns for a shot of this privateer vessel. No, you absolutely do not. You don't even.
Like slip
No
and
one
fall.
even notices it. So you sail on past. You're still pretty much your hulls are sort of locked. Your sails are sort of
that was
clashing.
Peter Dandy. Did you not roll for your?
No, that's we're
No,
it's
yeah,
Sydney.
they're on the same computer, aren't they?
Okay.
Where were you?
So so currently your hulls are essentially locked. Actually, the rigging's starting to get tangled as you keep bumping off each other. It's not going well. You're sort of interlocked with this navy ship, and more people are landing across. Sutcliffe, what do you
Aye.
do?
So we're trying to get out to clear waters, essentially.
You've just passed. Essentially, you're coming through the mouth now. The privateer vessel was the pirate hunters. They were sort of in the mouth. They got a good volley off on you, and now they've moved back. But you know they're coming round to pursue you, and you've got a navy vessel attached to your right hand side, your starboard side. Everything's getting a bit tangled up. They're boarding again. Getting a bit intense. You've got a couple of guys behind you on the swivel guns who are trying to shoot at them.
I say, more sail, everyone. We need to get out of here quick. They're on our arses,
Cool.
everyone.
If
Sweet, I
rigging's
guess-
getting tangled and stuff, how's Stan?
Is rigging.
That you
when-
don't know. You physically couldn't see him from
My
this
rigging is
from this
tangled.
angle.
Okay.
My rigging is very tangled, but my donger is flying
It's
firm
flying
and true
high and
on the
proud.
front of the ship. That's the figurehead. The figurehead is entirely a donger. Roll me a persuasion check, because these guys are pretty preemptive, preoccupied with shooting at people.
Gotcha.
Who?
Me. 20.
Yeah, you're yeah, that's yeah.
so it's
Okay,
good.
so
Nice.
they take the order. They're like, yeah, abandon some of them are sort of, they don't abandon the guns entirely. There's still a few people manning them, but
Stop
enough
using
people
a
go.
bucket and sail.
Yeah, people run up and they just drop buckets everywhere, and the guy, there's the butler is even pulling his weight. You hear commotion from actually underneath you in the captain's quarters. You can hear stuff. Sounds like cannon fire and gunshots and stuff. It's pretty intense. There are cannons stationed in the sort of waiting area for the captain's his lobby area.
Says, "Yo ho, all together, hoist the dongers high."
Indeed,
that's the song we're singing.
God.
That is the song. The song actually, in fact, on a 20 for persuasion, people are singing again. What are they singing? Will, tell me what they're singing.
Hoist the dongers high.
Yeah,
is
that what you sing? You're just like, no, give up the guns and take up the sail, release the slack and hoist the donger. They do just that.
Unleash the donger.
They do just that, and you pick up a burst of speed, and it goes quite well for you because your mainsail actually breaks one of the booms off their mainsail, and they start to fall behind. You're starting to scrape by them. It's not pretty, but yeah.
It's not pretty, lads, but none of you are. Har.
And we keep going.
Har har har. Yeah, so you'll start to pull away. Yeah. So, what's everyone doing at this point? Nancy, what are you doing?
She's got up. She's no longer on the floor, if you allow it.
Yeah, no, I'll allow you to.
And she's about to square up to Tater after killing one of the guys, and then she just kind of looks up and realizes how fucking tall he is. He's like,
"How you doing, ma'am?"
She just kind of growls and then turns around.
There is still like some fighting going on. Fresh troops, Navy boys are landing, and.
But she just kind of looks up at him, realises how tall she is, and that she really doesn't have time to deal with this right now, and gets straight back into it. And she is going to spin round and attack the closest guy to her with her cutlass. The closest enemy to her with her cutlass.
Okay.
Man. How about you?
Which is a 25.
Yeah, you
so 4 damage.
Yeah, you stab this man. It goes for like a stab, and it actually you just nick his arm. You actually pass under his arm. It's like a quick jab.
I'll have that.
And he
just nick it off him.
And then
to Tater, it looks like she's just run him through, and then you realise actually it was the classic through the under the arm.
The old one too.
And
indeed.
For
The
my
old
second
switcheroo.
attack, I'm going to attack him again.
Cool. Roll that dice.
The old dongaroo.
Old dongaroo.
For a 17 for 6 damage.
Yeah, you hurt this guy. He how do you attack this man?
Yeah, she kind of pulls her cutlass out from under his arm, spins and goes straight for the throat.
You missed the throat. You actually catch him in the shoulder, but it's pretty bad. He'd actually just drawn a flintlock, and he looked like he was going to shoot one of your raiders, but he drops that easy enough.
Can she pick the flintlock up?
Roll me a save of some sort and justify it to me.
Then she doesn't have to use hers, and she's got 2, so she won't have to reload.
Cool. So what are you going to roll for that?
I could roll something. Stealth?
No, it's not.
No?
You could roll sleight of hand, I suppose. The sort of, yeah, for the old switcheroo.
22.
22. Yeah, you catch this man's flintlock. Do you want to shoot him?
Awesome. Yeah.
No,
I'll let you shoot it. Yeah, you shoot this man. He's dead. Discard pistol. You still have your pistol. You killed this man. Tater, this has just happened in front of you. Some girl who, as far as you can tell, seemed to have been instrumental in starting this bar fight that you were in about 40 minutes ago. Maybe not even that.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, back in the good old days of bar fights before you were nearly drowning at sea. Yeah, and she's just attempted to sort of... She's given you a very disgusted look. You don't really know who she is, but she's, given you a dirty look, and then has immediately wailed back into combat. A couple more Navy boys have just landed, but you're now parting with the other vessel.
Well, this ain't the first time a lady's giving me a dirty look, so it don't quite affect me so. But I reckon I need to stop using these javelins and just find the nearest mast of these Navy folk and see how well they breathe underwater.
Why are you talking out loud? It's weird.
It's how I think.
Okay, carry on.
Right. I'm gonna...
A couple of Navy blokes are just like, thank God he stopped using the javelin.
We know his tactics now.
So some Navy guys just landed. I'm going to try and just charge at one to just shove him off the edge of the boat.
Nice.
And I can dash as a bonus action.
Yep.
Okay. So the athletics check. Would I roll an athletics for that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
what I
you are. You can do whatever you want on a nat 20. You can make it as crazy as you want.
I want to try and...
I'm gonna line them up the best I can so I can get, a good old bunch of them in a line and just topple them all down into that water.
I tell you what. Roll me on a nat 20. Roll me an attack. Just a standard mole attack, but have it at advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm feeling generous.
Oh, I see.
20. Okay, so yeah, you
Hey,
I mean,
well,
10 actually. To be honest, like 10's pretty hefty, but it isn't lowest damage. So yeah, you knock. There's 5 of them who've just literally swung over, and before 3 of them have even let go of the ropes, they go back in the drink. You sort of swing down, but 2 of them are knocked onto the deck. They're still breathing barely, but they're getting back up.
Well then, I'm just gonna use my extra attack and play whack-a-mole on closest one to
Cool.
me.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Yeah, this guy's dead.
It should be +5 to attack unless something's plugged in wrong. I don't know where this...
Maybe
boost
you
is-
are rolling ridiculously high. Just -5.
Yeah, I was
from
going to
every
say,
roll,
like,
maybe
these are
fine.
some pretty savage.
It says 5 on to hit with the maul.
Yeah, he should be a +5. I can't see a reason why you. Of course,
Oh.
10. Try just minusing 5. I have a look through your character sheet, see if there's something.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah,
right now. Here's what's going wrong. You've given
Where's
yourself a +5 attack roll, and this is for. You shouldn't have that.
Where-
Sorry,
where's
I
it?
just-
Okay, cool.
I've
Roll
just changed
that
it.
again for me real quick, and we'll see. We'll see
Okay,
how you do.
I'll back up. We'll try this again.
That should fix.
Bonk.
There we go.
Yeah, they're you actually hit one into the other, and they both go down. The first guy's dead. Second guy is well. How do you neutralize 2 guys with one swing?
Well, I reckon I'll just swing it, catch the first guy in it, and just keep on going and plow him into that second one, and just slap them both on top of each other like they're a couple of tired out lovers.
I like Ivor and Wolfing. Bowling with Navy boys, Barbarian edition. That is indeed what is happening. He's just knocking them down pin by pin. Yeah, these Navy boys were not equipped for dealing with a barbarian loose on the ship. Yeah, no, he you flatten these 2 guys there. First guy is sort of just his eyes widen at the last second. He hits his second. The other guy, they're both sprawled across the floor. One's unconscious, one is most definitely dead. He's got a big red smear appearing very quickly, blossoming over his chest. And you guys are now actually broken away, and that Navy ship is not pursuing, and oddly enough, neither is the pirate hunters. They appear to have eased off. They appear to be going over to assist the Navy ship, so you guys are in open water now. Just roll me a survival check, whoever's at the helm at the moment. It's Sutcliffe, I do believe.
Yes, I will.
This will determine whether or not they get one last shot on you before you're out of range.
So no pressure then.
Yeah.
At a 12.
Yeah, there's a couple of, you take minor hits. One actually you hear hit quite low, and it hits. You know it's hit the captain's quarters. So we'll see what happened there. But yeah, other than that, things seem.
I say, right lads, we're in the open water. Everyone get a bucket and start ploughing the water out. And
I get 2 buckets.
good on ya.
Take it all the Navy guys are dead then.
There's a couple unconscious.
Take Lowe's
Okay.
as prisoners. And bring them to the captain.
Cool. There's you guys would know there's a cell in the hold if you guys were interested. There's 2 cells. They can probably hold about 16 people. Like crammed in like sardines.
Bring them to
8
the
in each.
hold, then tell the captain about it. In fact.
Cool. Someone snaps to and is just like, yeah, yes, Captain. I don't.
What did
Boss,
you
you heard
call
what
me,
he
lad?
said. And yeah, they all
On your
rush
way.
to.
Get your bucket whilst you're there.
Yes, sir. And he stutters and he rumbles off, and he starts yelling at people to sort of regain some sort of masculinity after that flummox. So the prisoners who are unconscious, there's 6 of them. They're dragged below deck, final count, and they're taken to they're very rough-handedly put into the cells at the in the cargo hold, and you guys find yourself in a lull. There's no immediate threat, and you guys are on the ship, and everything is actually okay for the first time. What happens?
How can I see the body of the guy the raider that Tater killed?
Who, Benny? Yeah, Benny is he's
Benny.
just discarded on the deck. He's not even he can't even lay properly on the deck because like the javelin is actually the spearhead of the javelin is embedded in the wood, so he's almost like he looks like he's balancing at an impossible angle, slumped.
Welcome. Thank you all that games for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Only 8 away.
Thank you very
from
much.
450. Viewer decision.
Indeed.
Thank you. But yeah, Nancy would like
My
to
face
go up.
when viewer decision might be a kraken, and I will be obliged, guys. Just saying it. So if you haven't subscribed or
Followed.
Sorry, if you haven't followed so far, you guys definitely need to hit that follow button because the prospect of bringing a kraken in amuses me greatly.
But yeah, Nancy's gonna go up to him and pull the javelin out of his wherever.
It's straight through his small of his back.
But yeah, she's gonna pull it out.
It's a pretty hefty job. Like you'd have to stand on him to pull it out, like push down with your foot. You okay
She
with that?
calls for is it Mr. Matic?
Yeah, Mr. Matic comes. Yeah, he sort of lumbers over and just
Yeah.
looks.
And she
observantly.
asks him to do it.
He walks over to the javelin, actually breaks it over his knee, and then pushes it through. With surprising delicacy, actually. Mr.
soft
Matic is
touch.
quite a sensitive soul, really. But he actually lifts Benny off of the javelin, as opposed to the other way round, and he carefully lays him on the floor and just ambles off.
And
Heart of gold.
Heart of gold.
but yeah, Nancy's she's visibly upset. She's seen it all before. She doesn't like it. Yeah.
Throw the dead overboard, lads. Can't be dealing with any more.
And Nancy just
A
kind of
couple of people-
shoots him a very, very, very disgusted look.
Do your job.
Couple of people snap to. Yes, Captain Sutcliffe or bollocks. It's very people are unsure what to call you. But yeah, they pick up the bodies. Benny is picked up. Does Nancy do anything about that? Or?
She pulls her flintlock and aims it at the guy that picks him up.
There's 2 guys picking them up. Yeah, they immediately sort of look uneasy, look back to Sutcliffe.
He has to go overboard, lass. Can't leave him here.
Just give us an hour.
Alright, take an hour and then he goes over.
And she
put him down,
waits for the
lads.
men to put him down.
Yeah, I imagine they do.
The men put him down. They put him down. They
They
sort
lob
of-
him overboard. Hey!
they put him down in the water. No, they sort of they don't even ceremoniously. They drop him and they hold up their hands as if they're. It's not like they drop him out of like callousness. They drop him because they're like she might shoot us, and they back away and jump to some other task.
And yeah, she kind of wolf whistles and signals her raiders to come hither.
Cool.
Her baby boys.
Yeah, a couple of them come over. There's like 4 of them on deck. A couple of them are elsewhere sorting stuff out.
Quintus chases an hour. What are you doing with that body?
Never you mind.
Terrible things, Quintus.
But yeah, and
What
she's just
happens
like,
below decks stays below decks.
she's just like, we've got an hour. Get the guys together. We'll give them a proper send off.
They give you an appreciative look. They sort of it's that sort of thing. There, a lot of people, yeah, as you say, everyone just gets thrown overboard. So they appreciate someone who pays their respects. So they, I mean, to some it might seem like a show of weakness, but actually they like to know that you're watching their back, even if they're not around anymore. So they nod. They get the boys together. They actually pick Benny up and they take him below deck. What's going on with Tot, Sydney? What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking?
I want to go. Okay, where am I exactly in relation to everybody?
You're currently amidship. You're amongst the crew quarters, but you're actually sort of around where the cannons are, which are sort of in amongst the crew quarters. There's not a lot of. You don't sleep through a fight. There's everyone is expected to stand to. So yeah, you're amongst them. A couple of people who look injured have literally just gone straight into their hammocks and they're sleeping.
Okay, I'm going to try and convince them that this is all the captain's fault and get them to turn on him.
Wow, I like that. That's not even. Let's not fuck around. So, right. So hold on one sec.
This is all his fault.
But he's such a nice guy.
What do you want
Yeah.
you to
So
think?
what do you say?
I cry every time.
All right. I'm sure you all know my dad, Tater, and he's kind of second in command or whatever to your captain. And so he's been telling my dad some of his plans. I just want you to know that if you stay on his side, you're fucked.
Roll me a
trust-
persuasion.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh, not
19.
Yeah, these guys are like Tater. Yeah. No, I know Tater. Yeah, no, me and Tater go way back. No. They're sort of arguing over who knows Tater more than the other
Yeah.
person. But they're like, no, yeah, no, absolutely. Tater's a stand-up guy.
She rolled on Tater's persuasion.
Fuck.
Oh
What?
dear,
Correct.
roll that again on yours.
Fuck.
You hear Tater in the background. Yeah, you know what you should probably do?
Shit.
You don't use the bank on.
Oh, it's
The
so
bank of
much
death.
worse on yours.
Jesus, I don't even want to know what it is. What it's
Oh,
gonna
Daddy
be.
Rats. Oh,
It's 2 nat ones.
I think Tater I think Tot should get some kind of assist for that from Tater just because
For
she's
2
getting
nat
shouted
ones.
from the background.
I would
It's
love
free nat
to,
ones.
but
It's free nat ones, look.
unfortunately, that's 2. Yeah, that's 3 nat ones.
Literally
and
3
no.
nat ones.
So actually, unfortunately, it's not the scene that well, no, it starts off. Everyone's like, yeah, Tater. Who the fuck is Tater? And they're all looking around, and they all look at you, and they're like, for that matter, who the fuck are you?
I'll explain later. Just never fucking mind. Go to bed. I'm fucking over it.
Nah, they're not having that. They sort of all step towards you. You're sort of encircled by a bunch of very pissed off looking lads. They're sort of saying, "Who set you up to this?" I don't recognise you from around here.
I'm just trying to
What's
help.
this?
If you don't want to trust me, that's your problem.
I come below decks.
What's going on here,
Cool.
lads?
Yeah, one of them turns around. There's a guy called John. You sort of know him from around, and he's a pretty big fella, and he sort of like a lot of the other guys respect what John has to say, and he sort of says, "This slag is trying to say that the captain is no good. I think we should see what the captain thinks of that, don't you?"
Spoke
And a
out
couple of
to
the
me.
other, there's a murmurs of yeah.
Arr, speaking out against the captain, well, that's treason, lass. You know that, don't you?
Treason, yeah. A couple of people, treason, yeah, treason,
That's the
treason,
word we want.
trees, something, yeah.
Aye, well, we'd have to hang her for that, or make her work the plank, couldn't we, lads?
Most of them look genuinely annoyed at the idea of having to haul her anywhere, but walking the plank seems more
Yeah,
amicable.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah, plank's
we
the
don't have to
plank,
do
yeah.
anything. Yeah, we
Let
don't
her
have to do
walk.
anything that way. Yeah. So they
Well, the
yeah,
thing
they,
is, fellas,
And I hold my hands up.
she's completely right.
they look genuinely astounded by this. They round on you. What do you mean?
Well, let me explain to you, lads. Who was it that led you through all this back then? Did you see the captain out there? Did you see the captain at the helm? Any of you?
I don't know. We were amidships, so I assume he was
Well, he
giving
wasn't
the
there. I
orders.
can tell you, I saw it with my own two eyes, because I was there, standing on that ship there, bawling us through all 7 hells.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage. I'm going to say, because I imagine there's a couple of people from from the main deck who've come down and they're sort of he was nowhere to be seen.
That's an
Couldn't see him
8.
anywhere.
Jesus.
What is with you guys? You guys are the
That was
worst.
such a good performance.
Yeah, it was. Okay, no, I'm gonna give you a little bit of bonus because of that. A couple of them look like the captain wasn't there. Well, if the captain wasn't there, well, why is he even captain? Like, when was the last time you were paid? And there's a lot of grumblings, and you'd recognise a lot of these grumblings.
Aye,
There's
and when's
been
the
a lot
last
of
time we had
problems lately.
wenches?
Yeah, a couple of them are like, yeah, we're having a good wench, and then they all turn to Tot, and they're like, maybe the captain sent us her.
Aye, mayhap he did, but how do we know? Because he's never here. He's never ordering us anything, is he? No, it's up to our old Sutcliffe, your good friend, to sort everything out.
I'll give you another chance. Roll a persuasion again. No
Yeah, he
advantage.
doesn't even care about all of you that died.
Can I use my inspiration,
Fine, I'll let you use your inspiration.
please? It's a 13.
Oh my god. How are you? Yeah, I mean, a couple of them are making leering sort of comments towards Tot. There's very much a set mood, and I mean, people sort of don't actually seem that bothered. They're too busy, sort of like some of them are just like wandering off at this point. Some of them are.
from Tot. Can she?
I've let you re-roll and you've had advantage, and no, I'm afraid not.
Damn.
But I'm being way too nice. I mean, in fact, you know what? I'm going to punish you.
For using
James.
my inspiration.
Oh God.
Exactly, I will do. So actually, it's actually getting a bit heated. A couple of the guys are starting to come towards you, Tot. There's quite a few of them, and then a familiar voice calls out and says, "You lads wouldn't be trying to come on to a pretty long thing like her. I mean, you don't know where she's been. She could have anything." And a couple of them sort of turn around, and James has just come down, and he says, "And I do believe that the captain has personally staked a claim on her and her father. Well, when I say on her father, I don't mean, he's not sleeping with her father, but look, you know what I mean, and you know how the captain
He's
is
sleeping with her
sharing
father, lads. He's sleeping with men.
James sort of shrugs and says,
He is
"It's entirely possible,
definitely
but do you
sleeping
really?"
with my father. Absolutely.
Well, you heard it from her, lads. He's an odd one. How can we trust a man like that on a ship?
That's why my mother left. That's why I don't have a mom anymore. Because my dad.
Sutcliffe puts an arm around her, and she's like sobbing.
Look at this poor maiden, lads.
Anal baby.
Sydney, roll me a deception.
Roll deception.
Can I help?
roll me
Can I
a
help her with the assist for my roll?
I'm on.
Yeah, I'll let you help her. Go on, deception. Yeah, you don't need to help her. Okay, a couple of guys are just like, Captain's sleeping with other men. Well, he's laying with men, and it immediately like there's a bit of an uproar actually. A couple of guys sort of like kick off. James is sort of watching from afar, and at this point, you actually hear some heavy footsteps, and a couple of the captain's guards come downstairs. There's only two of them, but they come downstairs.
Act natural, lads.
These guys, just so you guys have noticed, these guys are heavily armoured. Not the sort of armour you'd usually expect merchant seamen to wear, especially considering, if you go overboard in armour like this, you're dead. You'll just drown.
How many of us are there? How many of us group?
There's about amidships. There's about 40 of you present, but I mean, actually taking part in this debate, there's about 10 of you.
Okay.
And
Well,
the guards come over.
Well, lads, leave this conversation as we were. We'll pick it up another time. But first, young lady, perhaps we should take you away from here. This isn't a place to be. I heard the captain had orders for you.
And then I try and take her away.
One of the guards.
Decks.
Yeah, one of the guards stops you. He says, Sutcliffe. Captain's got orders for us to take Tot upstairs.
Oh, really? I made that up. Very well.
Yeah, he doesn't look approving of that, but he's...
Well, I'll be coming up as well, lads. It's right, I have the right to do. So, if you're going to want to eat tonight, then you best let me past.
Yeah, he smiles and he says, I do believe the kitchen is down, not up. And he takes Tot and he... They're walking away.
I'm walking
Tot,
with them.
Are you resisting or are you coming with?
I'm just walking.
I'm just coming. I'm just gonna go with them.
I'm going.
Cool.
You are upstairs to talk to other people. I just want to get.
Yeah,
through.
cool. Yeah, that's fine. So you are escorted into the captain's cabin. Taylor, you are found by a couple of the captain's men who come over, and they're a lot less gruff with you than you've seen them be with pretty much everyone else. And they say, Mr. Taylor, is it?
That'd be me.
Sir, begging your pardon, but the captain wishes an audience with you.
Well, I reckon I can't turn down an audience with
With the robot captain overlord.
I say just
with
lead the
DJ
way on
audio.
up to him.
They give you a smile, and you're taken towards the captain's quarters. You meet Tot, who's sort of standing outside with a couple of guards, and you guys are brought inside together. So as you actually walk into the captain's quarters, you walk in, and there's immediately to your right and left there's an opening. There's a couple of guards sort of milling around. They don't appear to have taken part in any part of the battle, but there are two cannons, one on either side, for firing just upon other ships, but they appear to exclusively be manned by the guards. And then there's two rooms and a doorway straight ahead.
Is this a good point to wrap up, seeing as it's 2 minutes to midnight?
It's pretty much. Well, I'm just going to introduce him, sort of take him into the captain. He has something to say, and then we'll wrap it up.
Well, which one of these doors here takes me to the boss?
One of the guards points, and he says, "You want the door on the end, the double door."
The double D.
The double Ds, indeed.
Thank you.
I'm gonna lean over to deep shit, dude.
Well, it ain't any different than in most of our normal days, so let's wade through it.
All right.
Put on your high boots.
I need to warn you of something, Dad.
What'd you do?
You're gay.
Really? I have some 19-year-old proof next to me that proves otherwise, but...
Dad, you're gay. Right now, you are gay. You are so gay. You are so flamingly homosexual. Please.
I'll throw the hat away.
Just trust me.
Oh boy. Well,
A couple of guards just sort of turn to him and they're like giving him very wary looks.
Yes, he's gay. Do you have a problem?
well, I'm not.
Yes, yeah, he's gay. He's gay.
Encounter Roleplay does not endorse any homophobia, but
We're all Kappa Pride in here, boys.
yeah, we are all Kappa Pride. But these guards, unfortunately, they're not enlightened people, and they sort of say, maybe you want to stop making such a commotion and move on, especially your kind.
I don't care what it means. I'm
Okay,
just going
let's
through these.
just
All
go.
right, let's get through this back door over here so we can go in.
You get this back door a lot, don't you?
It all makes sense.
They actually, you are now pushed. You are now pushed through the double doors, and actually you're sent sprawling, sort of in. You don't fall over, but you are sent flying in, and Taylor, you are likewise pushed in, but the doors slam behind you. You are in a very, very nice plush accommodation. Like you've got a big sprawling table to your right with enough seating for 8 people, and there's plenty of food that's half eaten, and there's actually a couple of flies around. You get the feeling like a lot of this is going to waste. And straight ahead of you is, usually you'd see like the captain, and his desk is sat facing the door, and on the desk are two mounted guns that they're almost the size of swivel guns that are pointed at the door, which he takes his hands off. But there's also, you'd notice there's no windows in here. All the windows are reinforced with metal boarding, and there's a big gaping hole in one of the boards where you took that fire. And he says, I do apologize for some of my guards, but you have to understand these are difficult times. Come here, Tater, and woman.
Step forward.
Cool. He says, I want to talk to you about mutiny and Coldharbour. And on that, I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap it up.
On that bombshell.
On that bombshell.
Drop the bomb.
It's time to end the show. Pirates can be homo-positive, that seems more likely to me. Poi Poi, this is a particularly unenlightened crew, but there are 5 pirate lords, and
It's all
I'm sure
progressive.
one of them possibly... Yeah, exactly.
We don't have gay rights here on the ship yet. We're working
Exactly. That's, I mean, come on, like, that's, I've given everyone goals, and, like, that is definitely Tater's goal, is to endorse homosexuality on the ship and really start a sort of a respectable gay
on it.
community.
A gay club is what you're saying.
Wait, that's just.
The captain's going to be like, Coldharbour. I was thinking it was a good name for a gay club in the hold of the ship. We're not using it.
Oh God.
We've got some shells, but I was thinking we could have them more like cages you see in those fancy clubs.
Stop now. Stop now.
Josh, you've obviously spent way too much time in gay clubs.
He's been thinking about this a lot.
I have indeed.
As it stands, though, I had a lot of fun playing this. Good job on you, Josh. For
Thank you very much. I was
first
a little
time.
bit nervous, but it's gone good. Hopefully.
A lot of fun.
Hoist the rainbow high.
Indeed, hoist the rainbow.
Pride Parades Pirate Edition.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so Will, what's going on with the next? Because we're doing another Coldharbour episode, aren't we?
We are indeed. We're doing plenty of things. The next stream that you guys can catch will be on Saturday at the same time. That's 9 PM BST, 4 PM EST. I'm playing a viewer game. The Sun Goes Down of Ruby Smile, which is a module written by Remley, in fact, and it's on our website, encounterroleplay.com/modules. You should go check that out. And then we're back on Monday for D&D 5e, the Breaking Kingdom campaign. Wednesday for Solace, the Stars of Outnumber game we have, and then again next Thursday for the Pirates of Coldharbour. We'll be continuing this session same time next week, and then on Saturday the 29th of August we're doing a 24-hour stream, 24 hours guys, of D&D that you guys should be checking out. So come and keep us awake and alive and and motivated. And
Yeah, and what is this? We're doing this 24-hour stream for something, aren't we? We're doing it.
we are doing it for us to get to Comic-Con 2016. We have already raised £172 very generously.
Indeed.
£4 donated today by Mythmatics. Shout out to my boy for that.
Who will actually be in the? He'll be in for the 24-hour
He
stream.
will indeed. He'll be doing about 12 hours of it. I'll be doing the other
Yeah.
12 and 16 odd.
12
So
and a bit.
we're trying to get to Comic Con 2016, so we're raising a bit of money towards that throughout the year. So you guys have been more than incredibly generous already. So thank you for that. Thank you to everyone who has followed today. There's been a lot of you guys following. Next time, hopefully, we're going to hit 450 followers. If you haven't followed yet, hit that button right now. Get your follow in, get your name up on screen, and we'll shout you out. And the closer we get to 450, you guys get to make a viewer decision, most likely on Monday in the Broken Kingdom campaign. And at 500 followers, we're doing a game with our parents, which is going to be absolutely beautiful.
Insane.
So thanks
beautiful.
everyone
I know,
that's
beautiful.
turned up. Flynn66 says good job everyone. Compliments to Josh, great run.
Thank you very much. That means a massive
Irving
amount.
Wolf, you can donate in the US. If you donate via PayPal, it will automatically change the currency of
It
whatever
will
you donate
indeed.
into pounds.
Miraculous technology.
It is, it's beautiful.
Called conversion rates.
Called conversion.
But yes, it will automatically convert into pound sterling. So yes, you can donate.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, we've had that was a great session actually. That was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much. It's going to be. I sort of literally. I've written so much material that I was really nervous about not having enough stuff, and you guys have not even. We're on bullet point 2 of.
I told you
about-
this would happen.
About 30, and I was like, I'm not gonna have enough, and yeah, you guys did terrible, but it was a lot of fun to watch you. I hope, yeah,
I didn't think we did
feel
too
like
bad.
I've hit my
We did.
stride. You literally, well, if you'd have, yeah, I was gonna give you the opportunity to essentially kill the person at the helm of the enemy ship, but no, you then fell and dropped everything, and then fell and then landed on a raider. You failed so many rolls in a row. I should have known it's
I know.
climbing. Beth notoriously can't do climbing. or
See,
shooting.
I don't have to roll for climbing anymore. So
Yes.
So, quick shout outs to people who
anyway.
followed today to This Is Not an Enema, Super Bright Shiny Stuff, Valkatan, Lilibel, Neo Frostborn, and all that games. Thank you guys for following. We're going to go host Mythomatic. He's going to be playing Assassin's Creed 4, so if you want to carry on the pirate adventure, stick around for a minute,
Indeed.
and he'll be streaming.
I'm heading
in just
straight over there.
a few seconds, guys. So thank you everyone who's turned up tonight. We'll see you again on Saturday, 9 PM BST as always, and until then, guys, try not to roll too many nat ones like all of us. Oh, Quintus J has just donated £5. Let's get some coffee for that 24-hour thing. Thank you, my friend. We definitely will.
thank you.
We're
That's
going to be
100% what I'm doing.
yeah, we're going to be
You did it proud.
make a daddy day proud.
Math in TV said GM lesson 1 that players will dilly dally.
They will
Yeah, they do indeed.
certainly.
Thank
If they're gay.
Quintus is gonna drop us some coffee money.
Hey.
Yeah, thanks for that, dude. We will try and keep ourselves alive during the 24-hour stream. Hope you can
We
join us
will
for that.
indeed.
And I'll have the schedule up for you guys. I'll show that to you, exactly all the games we're playing. We're trying to get some more people in and schedule everyone around for that entire day. So until then,
Yeah.
guys, we will see you soon. Head over to Mythmatics channel, and until then, have a awesome night and drink
Don't
up
roll
me
too many nat
hearties.
ones. Yeah, drink up me hearties and don't roll too many nat ones because we want to be there mocking you when you do.
Indeed. Until then, good.